Good afternoon and welcome to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Pitt Panthers play host to the Virginia Tech Hokies. Both teams come in with a 4-4 record. Virginia Tech 4-3 in the ACC, and Pittsburgh 3-4. Drew Roberson welcoming you into our broadcast for the game this afternoon, alongside me, my broadcast partner Ryan Wilkes. Ryan, happy to be here, happy to be calling some football, happy to be watching some football, and a game that we weren't sure was going to happen earlier this week. A lot of COVID precautions going on inside both programs, so we're very excited to be here and very happy that we're able to actually have this game played. So that's one thing to keep a note on for this game, is a lot of COVID uncertainty is going to be happening, but it's been a crazy week for both of these teams for sure.
It has been both teams. Virginia Tech had a game last week against Miami, a 25-24 defeat at the hand of the Miami Hurricanes. Pitt had a game canceled due to this coronavirus, and it's playing a role here again today.
Absolutely. So as Ryan just stated, Pittsburgh actually did not play. They got somewhat of a little bit of a rest week for their starting quarterback, Kenny Pickett, as they didn't play Georgia Tech. That game has been moved further down the schedule, and they didn't actually get back to practice because of the COVID uncertainties until Tuesday this week. So Ryan, what do you think is going to be important for this Pittsburgh team having that short week coming into today?
You know, as you said, it's a bit of a blessing and a curse because Pittsburgh has a rest week for Kenny Pickett, but at the same time, in 3 weeks, Kenny Pickett only had 1 week of game action, so it could play a role here today in Kenny Pickett finding his footing, but he also had a good week of rest, and he had a great connection to Jordan Addison this week. Look for that to play a role again here today.
Now, some news for the Hokies came in earlier this week. Keshawn Artis and Zion DeBose are both announcing that they will sit out for the remainder of the season. And Ryan, that's going to be something that I think we're going to see in the last few weeks down the stretch here all across college football, not just the ACC, not just in the Power 5. I think that that's going to be a very important thing that's going to be happening to a lot of these teams who maybe aren't in a championship game hunt, aren't in the playoff hunt. I think that there's going to be a lot of teams that have players who are either NFL draft caliber types of players or players who are just burnt out trying to get back from an injury that are just going to sit out just because of the uncertainty of the rest of the season.
Well, yeah, we even saw at the beginning of this season, Caleb Farley, Virginia Tech defensive back, projected first-round pick, decided to sit out this season due to COVID-19 uncertainty. Jalen Twyman on the other side with the Pittsburgh Panthers decided at the beginning of the season to sit out, also an NFL draft prospect. And later this season, you saw a couple weeks ago, Paris Ford, Pittsburgh defensive back, decided to opt out and sit out the rest of this season because not only is there COVID uncertainty, but neither of these teams are really going anywhere, and there's no real point in risking it. So Paris Ford saw the better and decided to sit out the rest of this season.
Now let's focus on a little bit of the uncertainty for today. Just announced right here before kickoff that there are 12 Virginia Tech players that are out on the unavailable list today. There are 16 Pitt Panthers that are on the unavailable list today, and 7 of those are starters. For the Hokies, Jermaine Waller and his replacement, who they've kind of split a little bit of time in that defensive backfield, Dorian Strong, are both unavailable, leaving that position up to a game-time decision for the Hokies. Emmanuel Belmar will now miss his 4th game after missing the previous 3. Offensive lineman Doug Nestor, both of those last players are both starters for this Virginia Tech team. Doug Nestor on the offensive line and Emmanuel Belmar on the defensive line for the Hokies. So there's a lot of unforeseen things that are going to step in for both of these teams. Who's going to fill in those roles for the Hokies? Who's going to be where? And another thing to take note for the Hokies is that Christian Darrisaw has been fighting some injuries. So if Virginia Tech wants to get this running game back on track today, and they don't have Doug Nestor, or potentially they don't have anything on the offensive tackle side of it, they have to mess it up just a little bit more, having Tenuta on the right side. Who's going to sit in on the left side for Darrisaw? Is it Zanzi? Who's going to be in there? We don't know at this point, so I think that brings a lot of uncertainty for this Virginia Tech running game.
Well, it does, and we saw last week even the pass protection broke down several times. You know, Miami had a field day getting all those sacks with just getting in that defensive backfield, and the Hokies are going to have to establish something today, whether it be Brian Hudson filling in for Doug Nestor on that right guard position. It's going to have to play a role because the Hokies have relied on the run game heavily all year long, and in order to win this game, they're going to have to run well against a stout Pittsburgh defense.
Now, we don't have the exact names of who the starters are for the Pitt Panthers right now at this moment. It hasn't been released by Pittsburgh, but as our broadcast goes forward and the rest of our game and we get some more notes, we will will make sure to announce who is not going to be available in that starting lineup for the Panthers and the notable players that won't be playing. Let's shift gears here a little bit, Ryan. That Pitt defense is something to watch. They really have put up some great numbers. Second in the country in rushing yards per game, 78.7 rushing yards allowed per game, and that's without Jalen Twyman, excuse me. That is a number that you didn't think would happen with a top draft prospect like Twyman. I think that Pittsburgh has really done a great job of filling in those roles. Who on the defensive line stands out for you right now in this game, trying to slow down that prolific Virginia Tech rushing game?
Well, it has to be the two on the outside. Patrick Jones II, who was a former Virginia Tech target, and Rashad Weaver working opposite of him. They've wreaked havoc all year long, and they look to continue to do that today against a very powerful Virginia Tech running attack, but Pittsburgh is no stranger to good rushing attacks.
Yeah, and Virginia Tech is really trying to get back on track on that offensive side of the ball. A lot of pressure has been put on Hendon Hooker in the last couple of weeks. Khalil Herbert has not been in full speed for quite some time for the Hokies. They look to get him back into that action today.
Yeah, as you see, last week he only had 8 carries against the Hurricanes, and, he was banged up that week against Liberty with a hamstring injury that took him out in the first quarter, and that led to the Hokie offense sputtering a little bit, and he looks to get back on track today. Hopefully he's more available for the Hokies because they hadn't had much running game these past 2 weeks. Jalen Holston filled in well last week with 2 rushing touchdowns, but Khalil Herbert has been a force this year at running back, and the Hokies really needed him to push this rushing game forward.
So what's really on the line for both of these teams? That's the question that's going to be asked throughout the whole ball game this afternoon and the rest of this season. Let's look at an interesting thing here, Ryan. Both of these teams are on similar trajectories for the end of this season. Both have 3 games remaining, this game and then 2 games following after that. Now, one thing that you want to look at is in those 3 games, if you lose 2 of those 3, you are still bowl eligible because you're an FBS team and everybody is automatically bowl eligible. However, there is the chance of having a losing season, having more losses than you do wins, and neither one of those teams want to be in that situation.
Well, if you're looking for that scenario, this game is pretty much a must-win because down the stretch, both teams face Clemson, the number 4 ranked team in the country, who is a force in the ACC, and both teams have a winnable game at the end of the season. Pitt with Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech with Virginia. Now, in order to win this game, all the things we've talked about, it's going to have to be done. And if the Hokies want a winning season, they have to win this game. If Pitt wants a winning season, more likely than not, they have to win this game. So it's really a must-win if you're looking for the winning season scenario.
Right, absolutely. Let's look at another statistic here. So looking at both of these coaches, they've had their fair share of criticisms, to say the least, in this season. Pat Narduzzi got an extension in 2016 after wins against Penn State and Clemson. Since he got that extension in 2016, he is 24-23. Justin Fuente got an extension in 2017, and since that point, he is 18-16. So if you see the similarities between both of these programs trending in the same direction, I think that says a lot about a judgment of both of these teams' characters going down the rest of this season into next season. You can even almost kind of say that you can flip the page, turn the page, and go ahead and look forward to the future starting with this game right here. Forget everything that's happened at this point and move forward. The Hokies are looking for their second win since 1999 at Pittsburgh here this afternoon. What do they have to do it, Ryan?
Well, like we've talked about so much, Virginia Tech has to get the rushing game going, and they need some production downfield from their wide receivers, especially Trey Turner, Caleb Smith. They need to get that passing game going. Hendon Hooker struggled a little last week through the air, throwing an interception late in the fourth quarter, and the Hokies just need to get that rushing game back. There is Khalil Herbert. As we see, he is warming up, ready to go. Hopefully, the Hokies can get him going today, get him a lot of carries, and get Raheem Blackshear involved, maybe a little bit more in the passing game. We haven't seen him do too much in the rushing game this year, and maybe they can get him down the field, get him open. And Jalen Holston, again, as we said, had a big game last week, so maybe we see a 3-headed dragon for these Hokie running backs as they go down the stretch this game.
Virginia Tech 4-4, Pittsburgh 4-4. Action right around the corner. Kickoff coming up around 4 p.m. We'll have the action right here for 3304 Sports. We'll be right back. Back here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Drew Roberson alongside Ryan Wilkes for 3304 Sports, getting ready and set for kickoff. 4-4 Virginia Tech, 4-4 Pittsburgh. A battle of two mid-level ACC players trying to get their teams to a winning season to finish out the 2020 season. Ryan, we're looking forward to a pretty good one here today.
We are looking forward to a good one, and we'll see very soon who is out for the Pittsburgh Panthers. We're not exactly sure yet. We have not seen their unavailability report. We do know how many players are out. We just don't know who and to the extent of how beneficial they are to this Pittsburgh team.
Yeah, we talked about it, Ryan, earlier, and we'll go back just for a quick second. For the Hokies, who we do know will be out, will be Jermaine Waller and his replacement Dorian Strong, leaving the secondary for Virginia Tech a little strapped for depth at that possession. Emmanuel Belmar and Doug Nestor as well for the Hokies. So we're getting ready to set here to kick off for Virginia Tech. It's Parker Romo getting ready to set this one. Virginia Tech will start the game on defense. He puts his right leg into it, kicks it deep and back. It's going to be a short kick to the 5-yard line, returned back by Pittsburgh, tackled right at the 24-yard line. Looked like a little bit of a fumble there, but he actually got right back on top of it. On the tackle for the Hokies was Ferguson.
Yeah, DJ Turner with the return there. We usually see Jordan Addison back there, so we shall see the availability of Jordan Addison, but he was not back there to return that kick, so we shall see if he is out there on this first drive for the Panthers.
Coming out on the first drive for the Panthers will be their starting quarterback, Kenny Pickett. Pickett looking to be back to full health today for Pittsburgh. He starts in the shotgun, two receivers to his left, one to his right. He looks to the right, fires, and it's caught along the right sideline. Will be wrestled down around the 33-yard line. That's number 18. That's number 18, Eli Kosananovich on the grab for Pittsburgh, and they're going to run with a little bit of tempo here.
Yeah, I think that was actually Shockey Jacques-Louis there on the reception. He made a good play there, good out route for 8 yards. Good start for the Panthers.
Pickett in the gun again. This time he hands it off up the middle. That's going to be stopped right at about the first down marker, about the 33-yard line. On the run would be Vincent Davis for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Davis has been the workhorse all year for this Panthers team, who has unusually struggled to run the ball. They're usually a good running team, but they've had to rely more on the pass so far this season.
Tempo keeps up for Pittsburgh here. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to Pickett's left. He's going to go for a play action here. Look to the left to throw. He will fire it, but way over the head of Jacques-Louis this time. And Kenny Pickett fires his first incompletion of the day.
Yeah, Pickett was a little errant on that throw. It looked like he was looking for Jacques-Louis, but it was way over his head. And here's a second down for the Panthers.
2nd and 10 for the Panthers from the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard line, I should say. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right for Kenny Pickett. He shifts over his running back Davis to the right. He looks to the left to throw, finds on an out route. It is complete. This one caught by the receiver. Looks like DJ Turner on the left side. It was Turner. Pickett gets his first completion of their second completion of the afternoon.
Yeah, and for a Tech team that struggled to tackle all year, what a wrap by Chamari Connor, hitting DJ Turner as soon as he's caught the ball, and now 3rd and 4.
Connor gave a little bit of a flex right there after the tackle. Pittsburgh keeps the tempo up, a throw across the middle. He finds his receiver Turner again. Great throw by Pickett there to get the first down.
We haven't seen Jordan Addison yet, and it looks like DJ Turner may be the workhorse today on the outside for the Pittsburgh Panthers. Pickett's already hit him twice. He looks like his go-to guy here today.
1st and 10 just across the 50-yard line for the Pitt Panthers here. They're going to take over on 1st and 10. Not quite over the 50-yard line, right at their own 49. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right for Pickett. He's got a running back in the backfield to his right. He looks to throw, finds along the right sideline. That's his receiver number 6, Trey Tipton. Tipton's knocked out of bounds by Brian Murray for the Hokies.
Yeah, now we see more involvement from these Pitt receivers when really it's been Jordan Addison carrying the load of these receivers this year. Now we've seen both DJ Turner and Trey Tipton, who have both had slow seasons so far this year.
1st and 10. Oh, we're going to have a flag on the field. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Hokies on the defensive side of the ball. It looks like that one might have been against Brian Murray. No, that's going to go against Pollard there. Maybe a little bit of some chippiness after the play.
We've seen a lot of these unsportsmanlike conduct fouls hurt the Hokies so far this year. They had a lot at Wake Forest, and now a costly one on this first drive. Already a 10-yard pass by Pickett, and then you just add another 15. Not a smart play by Norrell Pollard.
So Pittsburgh is going to take over from the Virginia Tech 25-yard line now. Such a big play there that's going to look to hurt the Hokies. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Pickett fires. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage, but still caught by Davis, and he's going to go across the 15-yard line and close towards the goal, or towards the 10-yard line, to make it first and about 10 from the 12.
Yeah, the Panthers have had some short out routes today. Not anything deep yet, but they're gashing the Hokies, driving down the field at ease right now.
That's Davis's second reception of the afternoon right there, looking to get him a little bit more involved in the passing game. Kenny Pickett looks a little frustrated here. It looks like somebody burned a timeout. Or no, another flag is going to be down on the field. This one's a false start against Pittsburgh. They're going to move back 5 yards there.
That hurts the tempo of the Panthers. They've been moving at tempo this whole first drive and haven't had any penalties hurt them so far. But a very obvious false start there by number 68 on the offensive line. So, they move back a little bit, and Blake Zabovic hurts the Panthers right there.
So from first and 10 from the first and 15 from the 15, I should say, Davis gets a handoff and he shoots through the middle, tackled by Brian Murray after he gains about 7 or 8 on second and goal, rather. So on that original play before the false start, they did end up getting past the 10 into that goal. So second and goal here from the 4-yard line, Kenny Pickett has one receiver to his left, one to his right. He moves, rolls out to the right, looks for the end zone, fires, tipped away. Brian Murray's there to knock it away. Good defense there by the Hokies on second and goal, and they force a tough third and goal right here.
Good defense by Murray there. Looks like he's getting more reps again. For the unavailability of Jermaine Waller, you got Taylor out there in coverage too. The Hokies, good pass defended in a secondary that's very depleted this week against the Panthers team.
So third and goal, 11:53 left to play in the first quarter. Virginia Tech and Pitt scoreless on this first drive for the Panthers, but they are driving. The ball is on the 4-yard line. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. One comes in motion, but heads back to the left side. Kenny Pickett looks to get a snap. He does. Looks to the right, looking to throw. Drops in the pocket. Throws one across the middle. No, not caught. Incomplete. It looked like it was intended for number 18, Jacques Louise, and it was incomplete over the head of the outstretched arms of Jacques Louise there. Pittsburgh will take a field goal.
We've seen Kenny Pickett miss Jacques Louise twice high, and Jacques Louise was wide open in the back of the end zone, standing by himself. Pickett just could not hit him. Jacques Louise looks frustrated. He was open there, Drew.
So the Pitt Panthers going to look to try to get on the board here for the first time today. A 22-yard attempt. The kick is wide left, it looks like. No, it barely goes through. A line drive kick there for the kicker, Alex Cressman, this redshirt senior from Pittsburgh. He gets Pittsburgh on the board. They take a lead 3-0. 11:44 left to go in the first quarter. You're listening to 3304 Sports. Back here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Hokies have just fallen to a 3-0 lead off a great drive by the Pitt Panthers to get things started off today.
Yeah, they did drive right down the field on this Hokies defense. Kenny Pickett spreading the ball out to Tipton and Turner, and as we talked about during the break, no Jordan Addison on the field for the Panthers. Their leading receiver by far with 611 yards and 3 touchdowns. They will be without him today on the offense.
Pittsburgh's opening kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback, and the Hokies will take over on their own 25-yard line here. Like you just said it, Ryan, the Panthers are out with their best receiver here. The Virginia Tech offense now needs to put their foot on the gas if they want to have a chance to win this game.
And who do we see the right side of Hendon Hooker? We see Khalil Herbert, who they've been mostly without for the past 2 weeks. Very limited action against Miami. Look for a good game from him today.
So a chance for the Hokies to get going here. They start first and 10 from the 25. It's a handoff to Khalil Herbert, who goes and picks up 7 right off the first handoff, down tackled at the 31-yard line.
Right on cue, Khalil Herbert right up the middle, as he's been doing all year, gashing defenses left and right. 6 yards here, 6 yards there. That's how he works. He is a workhorse, and he's proven that right now.
2nd and 4 for the Hokies from the 31-yard line. Hooker will go back to the gun. He's got Herbert on his right, 3 receivers to his left, and a receiver that looks like Caleb Smith on the right side. It's another handoff to Herbert. Herbert up the middle, and he's met immediately at the line of scrimmage, but it doesn't look like it was. It looked like it was Rashad Weaver there first on the tackle. Additionally, Phil Campbell was on the tackle as well.
Yeah, this Pitt defense is very hard to run against. You see Khalil Herbert's success on the first carry, but then he's stuffed right there. This Pitt defense is very stout, and they take pride in their stops in the run game, especially those 2 defensive ends, Weaver and Jones.
3rd and 4 here, 10:44 left to go in the first quarter. Hooker looks to throw. He's going to find Herbert out of the backfield. Herbert is wrapped up, and he is going to be stopped short of the line. He got a generous spot there from the official, but I don't think that he got there, and he was tackled quickly by Chase Pine.
What a stop by Pine there. Herbert using his legs, trying to turn forward, just stuffed at that first down marker. It looked like he might have had it after the first move, but Pine came in and finished the play with force, stopping the Hokies on their first drive of the game.
And Ryan, I think that's what the Hokies wanted to do there, but it just didn't end up working out. Oscar Bradburn to set the punt here on 4th and 1. He gets a high kick up. It's going to be called for a fair catch by Turner back at the 20-yard line. And normally the punt returner for the Pitt Panthers is Jordan Addison, so I think that just about says it for us that he is absolutely unavailable for the Panthers today as DJ Turner gets the fair catch there at the 25-yard line, and that's where Pitt will take over. We'll be right back after this break. You're listening to 3304 Sports. And here, the Hokies are going to take over on defense. Pitt Panthers are going to take back on offense, try to extend this lead that they got here going early. A quick 3-and-out by the Pitt defense, showing us exactly what we thought, as we said in the pregame.
Yeah, really a tale of 2 drives. Started out with a nice little run by Khalil Herbert for 6 yards. Then he got stuffed, and then they went back to Herbert on the little out pass, but he missed. He shed off 1 tackle, but then was quickly taken down. The Pitt defense with a big stop right after their offense had a big drive right down the field on the Hokies getting a field goal.
So it's time for this Hokies defense to settle in here today. For the season, they have 3+ sacks in 4 consecutive games. How about that, Ryan? Trying to get a little pressure on Kenny Pickett here on this drive. Pickett starts from the gun, 2 to his left. He throws a bubble screen. It looks like it might have been a fumble. No, our referee is going to say that that ball was thrown forward as Turner dropped that ball right there, and that'll be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, even if he did catch that ball, the Hokies were swarming, seeing Devon Diablo crash in on that. Likely wouldn't have been much, but still DJ Turner with his first drop of the game.
Tempo continues. Pickett alone in the backfield here. We're going to get a stop of play here. For what reason, we're not sure, but it looks like the tempo of Pittsburgh. There's, you see, on the sideline for the Pitt Panthers, Jordan Addison, so he is unavailable. He is on the sideline, but not playing here today. He leads the team with 52 receptions and 611 yards on the year.
Most likely not COVID-related if he's on the field, obviously. And now it looks like they're going to review this play to see if it was indeed a backwards pass by Kenny Pickett, because it looked like it might have been recovered by Devon Diablo, so we shall see.
Yeah, we will see, and we'll let you know what is determined after the break. For now, you're listening to 3304 Sports. There, Kenny Pickett looking to throw a little shovel pass, or a screen pass to his receiver, DJ Turner, and it looks like the call on the field will stand, and it will be 2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
Yeah, it looked like that ball was thrown right on the 15 and ended up a little bit in front of the 15. Too hard to reverse the call there, the right call there by the officials.
Ball on the Pittsburgh 21-yard line, 9:56 left to go in the first quarter, 2nd and 10. Pickett going to go right back to that screen to Turner. Turner is on one-on-one. Nice tackle there by Chamari Connor on the outside. He wraps him up quickly and throws him down.
Yeah, we've seen several times this season the Hokies just haven't been able to make tackles in space, and Chamari Connor with 2, 1 on the first drive, and literally out on an island with no one in that realm, really. He slowed down DJ Turner at first, then brought him down. Great tackling by Chamari Connor.
Ball stays still at the 21, 3rd and 10. Pickett looks back to throw, some pressure coming over the middle. It's incomplete. Knocked away again. No, excuse me, that was not Chamari Connor on that one on the pass breakup for the Hokies. It was actually number 27. Excuse me there on that one, guys. There's number 27, Amari Chapman, on the play, but I thought we said earlier in the game that Chapman would not be available, so that was our mistake there early, Ryan, on that play. Chapman is playing here today, or excuse me, Jermaine Waller was the one out for the Hokies today. Chapman making the stop there for the Hokies.
I mean, what a stop by Chapman there. I mean, we're just talking about the
one out for the Hokies today. Chapman making the stop there for the Hokies.
I mean, what a stop by Chapman there. I mean, we're just talking about the depleted secondary. Not there. Chapman made a great play there.
4th and 10. The punt is up and away. It's going to be fair caught at the Virginia Tech 43 by Trey Turner. And the Hokies will set up shop to go right there. What a recovery there by the Virginia Tech defense. A nice little stand up there on 3rd down to make a stop.
Yeah, we were talking about how easy it was for Kenny Pickett and that Pittsburgh offense to drive right down the field on the first drive of the game. Hokie defense, great tackling in space, and also great coverage by Amari Chapman on that 3rd down play, knocking the ball away. And the Hokies look to get something going on offense with some great field position.
So 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line, or 43-yard line, I should say. Hooker in the gun. He's going to run pass option. It's thrown up in the air and caught. Diving catch by Trey Turner. 1st down. Wow, the Hokies absolutely just dodged a bullet there, Ryan.
Yeah, they did. I don't know what happened with Hooker there. He didn't get much pressure. It might have just slipped out of his hand. But Trey Turner with amazing awareness to go back and find the ball. A pass that really should have been picked off by that Pittsburgh defense. It looks like it was held too long by... Actually, there was pressure in the face of Hendon Hooker, and Trey Turner just scoops it right off the turf.
This time it's going to be a handoff to Herbert, and there's just absolute miscommunication by the Hokies. They dodge a bullet the play before, but not here. Looked like it was going to be a double reverse for the Hokies. Absolutely blown up by the Pittsburgh defense, and guess who it was? Patrick Jones right there to recover the fumble for the Pitt Panthers.
Yeah, it was Patrick Jones. Just an amazing play there by the former Hokie target, and just wreaked havoc in that backfield. And we get another unsportsmanlike conduct here on the defense of the Panthers, but nonetheless, just a nightmare for the Virginia Tech Hokies offense. Khalil Herbert fumbled it a little bit on the initial reaction. Trey Turner actually fell down, and then just nightmarish from there. The Hokies with a very costly turnover in a drive where they had great field position, but the Pittsburgh Panthers really responding and making a great play for their offense that really struggled on that last drive and gave the Hokies good field position, and now the Panthers are in business.
Yeah, Ryan, that mistake right there might prove costly for this Virginia Tech team. Just the momentum is not there early on for the Hokies, and Patrick Jones really just took all that away. And, we just talked about that first play, really just Hokies dodging a bullet, but they didn't there. Pittsburgh takes back over from their own 41. Kenny Pickett looks to fire, and he throws an interception. Oh, my goodness. How about mistakes back and forth for both of these teams? Wow, Kenny Pickett throws an interception right there, and the Hokies take over with that's just absolute craziness.
Well, Chamari Connor again responding. Both of these teams throwing haymakers, a really wobbly pass. Trey Tipton was not open. He was blanketed by Chamari Connor. Chamari Connor with 3 big plays so far here, really. 2 big open space tackles and an interception. Connor leads the team in tackles this year with 64, and also a huge interception there, and the Hokies get the ball back right where they started that last drive.
Right as I say, the momentum went away. It comes right back for the Hokies, and a little bit of some craziness happening right here in this first quarter. Hokies will take over from the 50-yard line. 8:35 left to go in the first quarter. Hooker looks to throw. Play action, throws it deep down the sideline, looking for Turner, and it's going to be incomplete as he overshot his target.
Some bad reads here by both quarterbacks. Hendon Hooker throwing a pass in the direction of Marquez Williams with Trey Turner on the receiving end. Marquez Williams really had him strapped up that whole passing possession and just nowhere to be found. Good thing that Hooker threw it over the right shoulder of Turner, because if he would have underthrown that ball, Marquez Williams would have been in a good position to pick that pass off.
2 receivers right, 1 to his left. Hooker hands it off to Herbert this time. Herbert goes ahead and picks up 4 on 2nd and 10. Looks like he's going to be tackled there by Rashad Weaver by the Pitt defense.
Another 3rd down for the Hokies. They have to get something going here. They really haven't gotten a first down yet. Let's see what they do here on about 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 for the Hokies. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Caleb Smith is the boundary receiver by himself on the left. Hooker has Herbert to his right, and he's in the shotgun. Gets the snap, looks for a fake pitch. He's going to keep it himself, and he's bottled up and held strong by Rashad Weaver again for the Pitt Panthers, and stops the Hokies on 3rd and 6.
It looks like Phil Campbell came in there and had the initial hit, and then Rashad Weaver just finished it up. The Pittsburgh defense really looking stout. It looks like the Hokies are going to stay on the field here. Not really sure about this decision, as they haven't really been getting anything going so far here. And if they don't get this, they're giving the ball back to the Pittsburgh Panthers with 7:30 running clock.
A little bit of rain starting to drizzle down, it seems like, here in Pittsburgh. So it gets a little misty. The ball carrier's got to be strong with the ball here. 4th and 3 from the Pittsburgh 43. A fake handoff. Hooker up the middle. And again, he's bottled up. And he is stopped on 4th down, short of the first down marker. And that looks like it's going to be a turnover on downs yet again.
Well, Hooker likes to think he had it because the offensive line picked him up and almost carried him across that first down line. But it looks like with forward progress, that play is going to be stopped. Another big stop by the Pittsburgh defense. It looks like they're going to get a measurement, actually. Virginia Tech likes to think they have it, but on a first glance, it looks like the Hokies got stopped, and that's what it's going to be. Pittsburgh's getting the ball back. A questionable call at best for the Hokies right there. A QB run up the middle, not really what you'd expect on 4th and 3. Maybe a handoff to Herbert, maybe a run the outside, but the Hokies have become predictable right here, running the ball right up the middle for the second straight play. Again, that was Damar Hamlin, the quarterback of this Pittsburgh defense, really, with the stop, and the Hokies get stuffed, giving the ball back to the Panthers.
A real team effort there from Pittsburgh to stop Hooker short of the line, and they're going to put the ball back in Kenny Pickett's hand after he just turned over the ball. They look like they're going to come out in a little bit of a wildcat here for Pittsburgh. It's going to be a run up the middle, though, on the fake jet sweep along the right side. He's going to pick up 10 or 11. A.J. Davis was the ball carrier who was in the shotgun for Pittsburgh. He's going to pick up a first down and go across the 50-yard line. We do have a flag down on the play. Not sure exactly what happened there, Ryan.
Well, it's been a sloppy game so far. We've seen multiple penalties, and here's another one. Not exactly sure what it is yet, but this has just been a slow, methodical game, and that's going to be on the Pittsburgh offense, an illegal shift. So a break for the Hokies there, another gash run by this Pittsburgh offense, A.J. Davis and the Wildcat. That's going to come back. The Pittsburgh offense still has 1st and 15, but a slow one so far.
Yeah, really going to be maybe a turnover-focused game right here. Who can have the least amount who can win the turnover battles? We thought it would be one on the rushing game, but maybe it'll be one in the turnover battle here. Which quarterback can hold on to the ball for more time in this one? So 1st and 15 from the 37. Pickett looks to throw. He will fire along the left side. He finds his man Turner again, who makes a man miss, breaks a tackle, and actually picks up the first down after 2 missed tackles by the Hokies.
Well, we talked about missed tackles for this Hokies team. It's been a problem all year, and that's just bad tackling. They didn't wrap Turner up. They let him get loose on a little pick route where they haven't. They made good tackles on the previous drive, but really it looks like that's going to be Chapman with just a missed tackle, and that a big play for the Panthers.
Pickett looks to throw again in the shotgun. Over the middle, finds Turner. Wow, a bobbled catch there, and he gets laid out by Divine Diablo, but he holds on to the crab there. Turner having quite the game so far here in the first quarter.
They've been going to him quite a bit. It looks like that's going to be the man today with Addison out once again. We've been talking about it all day. That's going to be Kenny Pickett's guy today.
Tempo stays up here. Pickett alone in the shotgun. Looks to throw. Fires another out route. He finds his receiver along the outside. It looks like it was number 22. The running back, Vincent Davis, was the receiver on that one. Getting their running backs engaged here in the slot position from the backfield as much as they can.
Yeah, the Hokies just giving these guys a lot of space, giving a lot of space on the outside to get easy receptions.
Another handoff this time. Back to Davis, and he spins short of the line of scrimmage. Might have just gotten right back up to it.
You know, Drew, one thing we really haven't seen today is pressure from the outside, and that looks like it's because of Justice Reed. We haven't really seen him on the field today, possibly one of the unavailable for the Hokies, but he has not been on the field a lot today, and the Hokies haven't gotten to Kenny Pickett, letting him sit in the pocket and throw all day long.
Kenny Pickett heads back to the huddle, 3rd and 4 as he breaks it. 5:23 left to go in the first quarter. Ball on the Virginia Tech 28-yard line. Pittsburgh driving here with tempo. 2 receivers left. He brings Turner in motion, and we're going to have another stop of play here. It looks like Pittsburgh called a timeout. Talk about what they want to do here on 3rd and 4. So we'll step away for a quick break. You're listening to 3304 Sports. So it looks like a little bit of confusion here. Maybe Pat Narduzzi did not want a touchdown as we're back here at Heinz Field. not or didn't want a timeout, I should say. We're back here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Pitt Panthers lead Virginia Tech 3-0 and are driving, looking to score yet again.
Yeah, and as soon as I say Justice Reed has not been on the field a lot, he comes in for this third down play. The Hokies are looking to get a stop in a game where their offense has really struggled. A couple questionable throws by Hendon Hooker, one that just got away from him on the QB pressure, and also one that Trey Turner was blanketed up. Good thing he threw it to the outside, or else it probably would have been picked off. Both offenses are struggling so far. Pitt having a better game than the Hokies so far, but we will see what happens here on 3rd and 4.
Ball in the 28, third and 4. Kenny Pickett looks to throw over the middle. He finds Turner. Turner gets the first down and more as he's brought down by Ashby and Divine Diablo at the 21-yard line.
Another missed tackle there, that one by Devin Taylor, the transfer from Illinois State, who was first all-team Missouri Valley Conference last year. Now he just missed his tackle. He had Turner right there at the markers, and just they're wrapping high and not wrapping low, and that's allowing the Panthers to get those first down plays.
Pickett alone in the gun again, steps back to throw. He gets pressure this time from Ashby, gets away from the first one, gets away from Reed again, looks to throw it away. He's not going to. He's going to hold on to it, and by a miraculous effort, Kenny Pickett gets back to the line of scrimmage.
He missed not really missed tackles, but Ashby got to him, Reed got to him, and Kenny Pickett showing his sneaky elusiveness, getting away from the monster Justice Reed on the outside. Justice Reed actually grabbed his jersey. Hewitt chased him out of bounds. Good play there by the Hokies. Could have been better, but still Pickett showing why he is that sneaky, elusive quarterback.
2nd and 10. Clock continues to tick down. 4:15 left to play in the first quarter. Kenny Pickett gets the shotgun snap. He's going to hold on to it on the read option himself. Dive forward across the 15-yard line. And Pitt Panthers will be set up for a short 3rd down here.
If you're the Hokies, I'd say you'd have to stop the Panthers here. They've got a lot of momentum going their way. They go up 10-0. Put the Hokies offense in a bad spot. Another 3rd and short. Let's see what the Hokies do here.
Kenny Pickett in the gun again, this time from the 12-yard line, brings his running back to his right. He gets pressure, throws it over the middle, and incomplete. A stop by the Hokies there, a much-needed stop, as Kenny Pickett does not connect with his receiver, Mack.
Yeah, this is Taysir Mack's first action since Notre Dame, and Kenny Pickett just threw it a little bit behind him as the Hokies defense holds, bends, but does not break against this Pittsburgh offense. Kenny Pickett walks off the field a bit disappointed. Alex Kessman comes on for another field goal attempt.
Kessman looking to knock another one in. His first one was from 22. This one from 30. He steps into it, leg right through it, and this one, there was no doubt about it, knocks it through the uprights, and Pittsburgh takes a 6-0 lead. So we'll step away real quick right here for a break. You're listening to 3304 Sports. Back here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Pittsburgh Panthers and the Virginia Tech Hokies are battling here at Heinz Field. Pitt has taken a 6-0 lead off the leg of Kessman. He's knocked in 2 field goals for the Pitt Panthers offense, who is stalled now on 2 consecutive drives.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to stick it in, but Kessman with 2 field goals so far, big for the Panthers.
Kessman puts his leg into this one. He's going to get it right to the goal line. It's going to be returned by Herbert for the Hokies. This time he goes across the 15-yard line, gets away from a first tackle, but then is absolutely gang tackled by the group of special teams players by the Pitt Panthers. I don't think there was just one. I think there was about 4 or 5 over there to get him.
There was. They swarmed to Herbert. Game planning for him all week, most likely. And Herbert, it's good to see him back for the Hokies, but he struggled to really get anything going today. His longest run being for about 6 yards. That first play of the game. Hasn't really seen much after that. They have given him the ball multiple times, but he just has not gotten anything going against this Pittsburgh defense that's been really known for stopping that run this year.
So the Hokies will take over from the 16-yard line here. Hooker going to do another play action pump fake across the middle. He finds James Mitchell, a very familiar face to have back on the offense. He gets his first reception of the day and picks up about 8.
Yeah, it's huge to have James Mitchell back. He hasn't really been available the past 2 weeks, very similar to Khalil Herbert getting injured in that Liberty game, and it's great to have him back for the Hokies. He's such a big weapon in this Virginia Tech offense, such a go-to guy for Hendon Hooker, and it's just great to see him back for the Virginia Tech Hokies.
So 2nd and 2, 3 minutes left on the game clock for the first quarter. Hendon Hooker in the shotgun. He's got Herbert to his right, 2 receivers to his left. He gets this snap, hands it off over the middle. It's going to be Herbert. No, it's not Herbert over the middle. He'll kick about 1 or 2 yards on the left side. Who is that in the running? That's Holston wearing the 25 Beamer jersey this week. That's Jalen Holston getting his first action on the day.
Yeah, Jalen Holston, after the big game against Miami, gets the 25 this week. The coveted jersey for each player that does the best on the Hokies team every week. They get that 25 jersey. And a 3rd and 1 here for the Hokies. The Hokies looking for their first down. And who do we see in the game? Short yardage quarterback Quincy Patterson.
Patterson in the shotgun brings a receiver in motion from his right. It's Trey Turner. He gets his snap. He's going to run right through the middle, try to barrel through. He's not going to get there, and he's stopped. This Pittsburgh defensive front has been absolutely lights out, Ryan.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, you know what this Hokies offense is going to do when they bring in Quincy Patterson. It's going to be that stall run up the middle, and DeMar Hamlin with another big tackle on 3rd down, stopping this Hokies offense. Again, they just haven't been able to get anything going. Patterson just running right into that pack of Pittsburgh defenders, and wow, the Pittsburgh defense looking absolutely perfect this first few drives.
So 4th and 1 will force a punt as Bradburn puts his left leg into this one. It's another high kick. This one will be returned by Turner. Turner makes the first one miss. There is a flag down. He makes the second miss, but finally is wrapped up along the Pittsburgh sideline there. Some sliding action going along. You can see the wet turf over there start to play effect. So let's see what this flag is. I'm not sure what would have happened there, Ryan, but we'll be told.
I might have seen a hold coming down the field. You see the flag on the field there. But one thing I've really noticed this game, Drew, after DJ Turner had the return, you see that Pitt sideline really rushing to him, really getting excited, and this defense is really giving them that jolt of energy. And you see on the Virginia Tech sideline, it's just not the same. And we've seen that so many times this year, this Tech sideline just not getting going. And, you know, this Pitt team, they look like they want to win this game, and Virginia Tech just not looking like that right now, not getting anything going on offense, just really struggling so far. And the Pittsburgh offense looks to get back in action. We shall see what this flag is.
Yeah, Ryan, I was just about to say the same myself. It looks like there's a block in the back penalty. That penalty is going to be declined, as that was on the returning team. There's another penalty. It's going to be a hold. That one will be accepted, and for more yardage will be pushed back on the return. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pitt Panthers.
A decent return there by Pitt. Good that they got the flag to push him back, but the Hokies have to get something going here. As we see the replay, I did see the block in the back. Not exactly sure where the hold was. It looks like it was on that left side against the Panthers, holding Luke Tenuta, trying to make the tackle, and that will move the Panthers back to start this drive.
So 1:24 left to play in the first quarter. 1st and 10. Kenny Pickett will trot back out onto the field. The penalties so far, Pittsburgh has 4 for 35 yards. Virginia Tech has 1 for 15 yards. So Virginia Tech winning in one battle of the game. Kenny Pickett starts this one off with a handoff to Jacques Louis. He gets a nice on the jet sweep, a nice block, picks it up along the right side of the field. He looks a little bit slow to get up, but will go across the 30-yard line and pick up about 6 on 1st down.
Yeah, that's a great run for Jacques Louis. The Hokies defense not really getting many tackles for loss or even tackles for short gains. It's been 5, 6, 7 yards all this first quarter. Hokies need to look to get some of those shorter yardage gains in order to kind of thwart this Pitt offense.
2nd and 3 for Kenny Pickett here. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. He steps back to throw, looks another one for that outside route, and he finds Turner yet again for the 1st down, a diving catch at the 39-yard line.
You know, what a game so far for DJ Turner. They've looked his way several times, and he has not disappointed. You know, DJ Turner having to fill in, not really fill in, he still plays a lot with Jordan Addison, but he's having to play much of a bigger role in this game today.
First and 10 now, 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Kenny Pickett trying to keep the tempo up for this Pitt offense. He's going to go under center this time. No, he's not. He's still in the gun. He's going to hand it off to Davis. Davis gets a block and shoots through a gap along the left side, but is brought down by Dax Hollyfield just shy of the 45-yard line, and that looks like that will wrap up the first quarter for us as the clock starts to tip down below to the triple zeros of the first quarter. So, Ryan, a great first half for this Pitt defense, and not a bad one for the Pitt offense either.
No, they've been doing well. They just haven't been able to get it in the end zone, and that's the big headline of this first quarter. It looks like they really should be up 2 touchdowns when they've had 2 drives finish really inside the 10 or right outside of it, and 2 kicks by Alex Kessman. Good on him to give Pitt this 6-0 lead. But I bet Pat Narduzzi's talking about in this huddle, they should be up by more.
Pittsburgh's going to look to change that right when we come back as their offense is charging close to Virginia Tech territory. They look to extend their lead into the second quarter. You're listening to 3304 Sports. Back here at Heinz Field as the Pitt Panthers are driving, trying to get into Virginia Tech territory. Kenny Pickett fires over the middle, finds his receiver, Mack, for his first catch of the day. That's going to be a plus 20 right there for Pitt.
Yeah, that's huge to Taysier Mack, who's missed 3 games in a row. I mean, he missed everything since Notre Dame. Just a laser over the middle of Kenny Pickett right over the outstretched hands of Dax Hollyfield. Great play there for the Panthers.
Great throw by Kenny Pickett. And again, we go back to he's had time all day to throw. Pickett drops back in the gun again. This time, 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Looks to the outside to Turner. This one's broken up by Taylor.
Good play there by Taylor. You know, he looked the way of DJ Turner again, who already has 7 receptions on the day, taking over for that production of Jordan Addison that they're missing today. A bad loss for the Pittsburgh offense. Not exactly sure what's wrong with Addison, but he is sidelined with something, most likely not COVID-19 related since he is on the sideline.
2nd and 10. Getting ready to go this second quarter. Kenny Pickett throwing. He's going to find a screen to Davis on the outside, but it's incomplete. Just right outside of the outstretched arms there of Davis.
We've seen 2 drops on screens, one by Turner and one by Davis now, and that's going to be an offsides penalty on the Hokies. Very costly, as that would have been a 3rd and long. Penalties for shooting the Hokies in the foot right now, and they look to get a stop, but looks like it was Wooten there jumping offsides. Very costly.
Virginia Tech really just, those penalties that they've had have just, there's only been 2 so far in this game for them, but they've been so costly to this point in their time. This time another screen pass. Pickett going to throw to Turner on the outside. He fumbles the ball on the outside, and luckily Mack was there to back him up because there was 5 or 6 Hokies right around the football right there.
Yeah, the awareness by Taysier Mack to just find that ball and jump back onto it. Luckily, Taysier Mack had his back turned to the opposite side of the field after putting down his block. He was right there to get the ball. Right place, right time for the Panthers. Very fortunate right there.
It looked like Ashby is the one who forced the fumble. He just put his helmet right on the ball there to knock it out, and that's going to set up a 3rd and 5 for the Pitt Panthers. 2 Pickett's left, 1 to his right. He's going to look to throw right. He fires right along the sideline. It's a great throw, but dropped on the outside. Wow, good throw by Pickett there. Would have been a first down had Tipton held on to that one, but nonetheless, it looks like Pittsburgh's going to set up for another field goal.
A lot of breaks for this Hokies defense. You've seen 3 drops so far. The one by Turner, the one by Davis right there, and the one, a home run ball by Tipton. It likely would have set the Panthers up within the 15-yard line. Kessman looks to get his 3rd field goal of the day.
So Kessman is going to try to knock in another one. Every time it backs up just a little bit for him. The first one from 22, the second one from 30, this one from way outside 52 yards. The kick is up, a good hold. It looks close. It's got the distance, and it barely squeaks inside the right side of that field goal, and it is up and good. Pittsburgh takes a 9-0 lead.
What a kick by Alex Kessman, really showing why he is a Lou Groza Award candidate for the nation's top collegiate place kicker. What a kick, and he's been the MVP so far for this Pittsburgh offense, putting all 9 points on the board for the offense.
Pittsburgh takes a 9-0 lead. 13 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. We're going to step aside for a quick break. You're listening to 3304 Sports.
It does it.
We are back here at Heinz Field. Kessman puts another kickoff back to the end zone, and Herbert's going to drop it in the end zone and decide just to take a kneel. Ryan, let's talk about this really quickly. This Virginia Tech offense is struggling, being outgained by the Pittsburgh offense. 10 first downs to 1 right now. Total yardage, Pittsburgh has 149 total yards of offense. Virginia Tech has just 28 yards of offense so far.
That's been the story so far, and you look at Patrick Jones II just making a lot of big plays. DeMar Hamlin coming in to make a lot of stops, really swallowing up this Hokies run game so far. Hasn't been a great game for the Hokies offense.
13:39 left to play in the second quarter. Hendon Hooker looking to get moving here. He runs along the left side, darts forward, and is tackled by, you just said it, Patrick Jones there again for the Pitt defense.
Yeah, Patrick Jones, DeMar Hamlin, and Deslin Alexander there on the stop. 1 yard again. This Hokies offense really needs to get going here.
Virginia Tech tries to go tempo from the 26. A little float pass to James Mitchell's going to pick up about 30 yards there. That's the Virginia Tech Hokies' first big play of the day.
Yeah, James Mitchell right down the seam there. Hooker found him right over the top. Mitchell coming off the field a little gingerly. You don't like to see that if you're the Hokies, but Mitchell just wide open. The linebacker lost him on the play. Phil Campbell chased him down, but just great offense there by the Hokies. The first big play we've seen from them all day.
Nice float touch pass there as the clock goes right under 13 minutes here. 1st and 10 for the Hokies. They'll take over from the Pittsburgh 44-yard line, or excuse me, 36-yard line. Quincy Patterson back in the game. He's getting hit Robinson on a screen here. He's going to pick up 2 or 3. Not much doing there for the Hokies on first down.
An interesting play call there, bringing Quincy Patterson in to throw a screen pass, but it looks like he might stay in the game for another play. Not really sure what is going on here with the Hokies offense, but they just had 2 positive plays, which they haven't had much of today, and it looks like Justin Fuente wants a timeout. But as we were talking about on that Mitchell play, just a great play call, sending Mitchell right up the seam. The Hokies just hit him right over the top. Beautiful pass by Hendon Hooker. A little bit low. If he would have hit him out in front, maybe Mitchell had a touchdown. He had green grass in front of him, but he was chased down. A great play, very much needed in a game where the Hokies have established no offensive presence so far. And we head to commercial, but just great offense by the Hokies.
We're going to take a quick break, step aside. I think it wasn't a timeout on the field, but rather a defensive player for the Pitt Panthers that was injured. So we're going to take a quick injury timeout and be right back after this. You're listening to 3304 Sports. We are back here at Heinz Field, where wobbling off the field is Tyler Bentley, who looks like he got wrapped up a little bit at the end of that play for the Pitt Panthers. It looks like a lower leg injury as he's being helped off by 2 athletic trainers. Maybe that right ankle, left knee, maybe. I'm not really sure what exactly happened there, but nonetheless, it looks a little banged up. Hokies going to take back over. Quincy Patterson still in the game. He's going to hand it off to the Beamer jersey wearing Holston, who's going to pick up 3 or 4 and set up a 3rd and 1 for the Hokies.
Another 3rd down and 1, but a different scenario as the Hokies are driving. They look to pick up the first down here, looking to keep this drive alive on the 24-yard line.
Patterson again at quarterback, hands it off to Holston. Holston darts through the middle, through a couple of tackles, and finally is brought down by Hamlin out or past the first down marker, and the Hokies look to keep it moving here on 1st and 10.
A big pickup there for Jalen Holston, 5 yards up the middle. And we're seeing a lot of Quincy Patterson this drive. Interesting coaching choice, or maybe something happened to Hendon Hooker. We don't really know, but Quincy Patterson doing well nonetheless.
Ball on the 23-yard line. Patterson looks to throw a screen. This one's short to Tavion Robinson, who doesn't hang on to that one. It's going to be incomplete and set up a 2nd and 10.
Another screen pass there to Robinson, as we do see another flag on the play. First one complete, second one threw it low, as we see Hendon Hooker there on the sideline. Not exactly sure what the case is with him, but Quincy Patterson in once again, very highly praised by Hokie fans and people alike. They love Quincy Patterson, and he's getting some time here on this drive. Looks like another personal foul after the play on the offense.
A dead ball personal foul on the Hokies again, and Ryan, we go right back to it. These Hokie fouls that are happening, these penalties that keep coming down against the Hokies, are absolutely just hurting them. They're in situations where they have momentum, they've gotten a stop, they're moving the ball on the offensive side, and these penalties and these flags are just unnecessary.
absolutely unnecessary as Brock Hoffman got tangled up with Deslin Alexander on that, pushing them way back almost out of field goal range, or it might even definitely out of field goal range on the 38-yard line. Just very, very costly by Brock Hoffman.
2nd and 25 from the Pittsburgh 38. They're going to hand it off to Khalil Herbert, and he's got nowhere to go. Rashad Weaver right there at the line of scrimmage, maybe even brought him down for a loss on that play.
We talked about it earlier. The two sides of the defensive end, Rashad Weaver and Patrick Jones, a second, just absolutely wreaking havoc, not letting running back Khalil Herbert get anything, and now it's 3rd and 26. Very bad position for the Hokies, and what was looking like they had a drive going just killed again by the personal fouls. Cannot happen for this Hokies offense.
3rd and 26. It was a loss. 11-14 left to play in the first half. Quincy Patterson alone in the shotgun. He brings a man in motion. He's just going to hold on to this one and dart through the middle, but he's not going to get anything, and he's stopped short of the line of scrimmage again, and the Hokies offense stalls out on 3rd and 26.
It's going to be Pine there again on the stop. The redshirt senior out of Williamsburg, Virginia, and now you're going to see Bradburn come into play. An absolute drive killer with the personal foul. I cannot stress it enough. Kill the Hokies' momentum, and now again they're punting the ball away with 10:40 remaining in the second quarter, not getting anything going on offense.
Bradburn puts his left foot into this one. It's another high one. It looks like it's going to be a good kick. It is. It's fielded by the Hokies, knocked down at the 6-yard line. Good job there to kind of stop the bleeding a little bit for the Hokies there, put Pittsburgh back where they haven't been all game so far, back on their own 6-yard line. So a good punt there, good special teams play by the Hokies to follow that one up.
Yeah, it looks like Chapman got in there and deflected it at about the 2-yard line, and then long snapper Shadley got in there and got it down at the 5. One of the highlights here for the Hokies team, that says a lot that the highlight right now is putting Pittsburgh down within the 10-yard line. But that's really been all it's been so far. The Hokies offense can't get anything going. Pittsburgh just having their way offensively and defensively so far in thorough control of this game. Hokies defense needs to stop this next possession.
10:26 left to play in the first half. We're going to step away and take a quick break. Pittsburgh leads Virginia Tech 9-0. You're listening to 3304 Sports. Back in Heinz Field, where the Pitt Panthers lead Virginia Tech 9-0 with 10:30 left to play in the second half, or in the first half. In the second quarter, there's 10:36 left to play. Ryan, it's been a game full of Pittsburgh only, really. Virginia Tech's offense cannot find a way to get going.
Yeah, it's been a real struggle here so far as Pittsburgh has the ball backed up within their 6-yard line, but a drive there by the Hokies just absolutely negated by a personal foul penalty.
1st and 10 from the 6 for Pittsburgh. They're going to go into the I formation for the first time this afternoon and hand it right up the middle to A.J. Davis, who will pick up 1 on first down and move the ball to the 7-yard line.
That's one of the very few plays where we've seen the Hokies hold them to less than really 5 yards. So good there by the Hokies, and they look to force a 3rd down. This Hokies defense really needs to stop if they really want any chance of getting back into this before halftime.
2nd and 9 for Pittsburgh here, trying to maybe eat up a little bit of clock here, as well as obviously trying to move the ball forward. Kenny Pickett in the shotgun finds his receiver Turner on a screen, who will pick up about 7 or 8 on the play and set up a 3rd and manageable.
Another big play there by DJ Turner, his 8th reception on the day. Now Pitt looks in another 3rd and short where they've had their way with this Hokies defense, looking to get a 3rd and 1. We've seen a lot of little out routes, a lot of handoffs today, mostly because you can't really tell watching this, but it is rainy here in Pittsburgh, coming down pretty hard. It's a wet one, so that's why we're not seeing a lot of downfield shots or really much offense at all.
3rd and 1, 9:15 left to play in the second quarter. Pittsburgh trying to get a first down here. They'll hand it up and right up the middle. Divine Diablo right there to hold Pittsburgh short on 3rd down and force a punt.
And now you see a little energy from that Hokies sideline. Divine Diablo visibly coming out of nowhere, shooting that gap, absolutely stopping A.J. Davis where it looked like a hole. Divine Diablo said, no, sir, stopping the 3rd and 1 of the Panthers. And you see Dax Hollyfield going crazy on that sideline for the Hokies.
That'll set up the first punt of the afternoon for the Pitt Panthers. The ball is right at the 19-yard line. This is going to be Kirk Tadulu ready to punt away for the Pitt Panthers. He stands at his own goal line. He puts his right foot into this one. It's a good kick. Going to go back to the Virginia Tech 45. Trey Turner called the fair catch, but was tripped up, it looked like, by the gunner by Pittsburgh, Jack Louis. But he's not going to get any kind of help from the referees there, and Virginia Tech's going to take over at their own 45.
A surprising no call there. Some very visible contact with Shockey Jack Louis and Trey Turner. Trey Turner looking at the ref saying, hey, man, he ran into me, but no call there. Luckily enough, he caught that punt, because if not, that could have been another nightmare situation for the Hokies. But they set up in fairly decent field position. Now they really got to get going here on offense.
Hendon Hooker back into the game for the Hokies. He's got three receivers to his left. Herbert in the backfield to his right. He will run it and hold it. No, he's going to fake the run. Look to throw. Takes a shot downfield. Has Turner caught and into the end zone. What a throw. Wow, Hendon Hooker fakes the run. Finds Trey Turner streaking. And the Virginia Tech offense shows some life just like that.
Right on cue, Hendon Hooker sprinting to the right side as he almost even fooled Drew there, looking to fake the run, steps back, beautiful dime right across the left side of the field, right in stride to Trey Turner, beating the corner Hamlet deep. Touchdown, Virginia Tech Hokies.
Hey, Ryan, I think that I'm not the only one that was fooled right there. There's about 11 other players on the field for that Pitt defense that Hendon Hooker just fooled right there. And a big smile on his face as the kick is up and good from Romo. Ryan Johnson puts it through for the Hokies, and that will be an extra point that will go up on the board. A flag on the field for offsides, but now we're going to be declined, and the Virginia Tech offense finally gets on the board with some firepower from their 1-2 punch. Hendon Hooker and Trey Turner.
You know, we were talking about it right before it happened. The Hokies really needed to get something going, as it looked like they were really sputtering out. Just an absolute dime from Hendon Hooker to Trey Turner. Beautiful play design. Beautiful throw from Hendon Hooker. Great situation for the Hokies now.
9-7. Pittsburgh still has the lead, but the Hokies get on the board. 8:13 left to play in the first half. We're going to step away right now for just a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Back here at Heinz Field, where Hendon Hooker connects with Trey Turner to get the Virginia Tech Hokies on the board. Pitt still leads at 9-7, but Hendon Hooker having quite the game, 5 for 6, 114 yards and a touchdown for the Hokies.
Yeah, just great from Hendon Hooker so far. As we talked about, we were raving about that throw from Hendon Hooker. Just, you know, the fake run we were talking about, you got to account for Hendon Hooker on the ground. The fake run, stepping back and hitting Trey Turner. He got Hamlin to bite on the run, and by that time it was too late, hitting Trey Turner right over the middle, right inside the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Hokies. What a great throw by Hendon Hooker.
So the kickoff is up, and it is a fair catch there by Turner. So that'll put Pittsburgh right on the 25-yard line, where they will set up shop, and Kenny Pickett will look for the first time for a chance to respond. Pickett rolls to the right side. He's got plenty of time. Fires along the right side. Wow, what a throw by Kenny Pickett. That ball was probably moving upwards to 100 miles an hour. I mean, maybe put him on the pitching mound there. That was a great throw by Kenny Pickett along the outside.
Yeah, great throw by Pickett. You know, he didn't really have that much time. Hitting Barden on the outside, just a great throw there. And, you know, as we've been talking about, Tech really hasn't gotten to Pickett all day. And, you know, they've really got to pressure him a little bit as he is missing his number one weapon. But he's done a great job spreading the ball out, hitting 6 different targets today. So, you know, props to Kenny Pickett. Great throw to the outside to Barden there. And it looks like there's going to be a review whether or not that ball was actually caught. It looked like Barden did get his feet in, but we shall see on the review.
Yeah, we will see on the review. We're going to take a quick break while they figure that one out, and we'll make a choice for ourselves as well with the break. You're listening to 3304 Sports. A quick review, because there was a catch there. Actually, 2 feet got in bounds there by Barden. And it'll be a first down, a pickup of 12 for the Pitt Panthers.
Yeah, not really sure what they saw there. It looked like a pretty clear catch there by Barden. Not only did he get 1 foot in, but he got 2 feet in. You know, maybe they forgot that they were refereeing college ball, not NFL, because that was certainly a catch and an easy call at that.
Pittsburgh leads Virginia Tech 9-7. 7:53 left to play in the second quarter. Pickett's got 1 receiver to his right, 1 to his left, a tight end right on his right hip, and Davis in the backfield behind him. He's going to look to throw, get max protection as the Hokies come after him. A nice little touch pass to Jacques Louis over the top right, down the sideline, and out of bounds goes Jacques Louis. Pickup of 15 again.
Well, you see great protection there by the Panthers. The Hokies actually did try and pressure Pickett there, but just great protection. Pickett never feeling hurried, hits Jacques Louis right over the left side of the field for a big gain, and now the Panthers are in business.
1st and 10 from the Hokies' 38-yard line here. Pickett looks to throw again from that same formation, gets pressure again and just throws it up to absolutely nobody as the pressure came. He thought he might have had a free play there or something, because Kenny Pickett shows a little bit of confusion.
Yeah, either he thought it was a free play or he thought there might have been a flag across the middle. Not exactly sure, but it looked like the target might have been Jacques Louis over the middle, but nothing really there. That pass pretty much 10 yards over the head of any eligible receiver down the field, and now we've got 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the Virginia Tech 38. Pittsburgh driving here, trying to respond after the Virginia Tech touchdown. Kenny Pickett in the backfield by himself, 3 receivers right, 2 to his left, takes the snap, steps back, looks to the left side. He's going to throw another out route, a route that he's been looking at all day long. Finds Davis, who's brought down on the outside by Murray and Connor.
Yeah, it looks like he might be a little short, or he might have the first down. I'm not exactly sure, but another good play by Kenny Pickett, another good read there, throwing the ball to outside to Davis, and it will be 3rd and short. We will see what happened here. But again, the Hokies are setting pressure, but Pittsburgh is just picking it up very well. Good tackle there on the outside by Murray.
Pickett gets the snap, gets a bubble screen out to Turner. Turner makes a play out of it, makes Taylor almost missed. He barely gets a shoestring tackle on him. Nonetheless, he picks up a first down, gets a pat on the head from Taylor on the good move from Turner right there.
Yeah, the 11th reception by DJ Turner on the day. DJ Turner has been the star of the show, this Pittsburgh offense, really taking over in this role of the lead receiver for the Panthers today.
13 yards shy of 100 yards for today. Look for that to develop here in the first half. Pickett fires to the right side again to Jacques Louis. Another out route, curl kind of route there on the outside. Excuse me, that was Barden that he found on the right side there, who comes down with the catch, picks up about 7.
Yeah, the Hokies are struggling to contain the passing game. I'm not exactly sure what the coverage situation is, but it looks like these Pittsburgh receivers are not being heavily contested. They have a lot of space here.
Ball at the 16-yard line now. Pickett another screen to Turner on the outside. He picks up the first down. He's going to get more. Gets a block. He gets away from the tackle. Divine Diablo finally brings him down right at the 1-yard line, and that's going to be more than 100 yards for Turner on the day and his 12th catch. It's going to set up 1st and goal for the for the Pitt Panthers, rather.
Just bad tackling by the Hokies. They're wrapping high and not wrapping low against DJ Turner. DJ Turner having his way with his Tech defense.
1st and goal from the 1. Handoff up the middle. Davis runs in untouched by the Virginia Tech defense, and Pittsburgh extends their lead.
Pittsburgh had their way on this drive, as they have all day, and they finally hit the end zone after 3 field goals. The Panthers get it in. What a beautiful drive by Kenny Pickett and DJ Turner, connecting left and right, and then Davis putting the bow on top of that one.
Absolutely. Another good drive there by Kenny Pickett. Pickett has been in control all afternoon long. The kick is set here to go extend the Pittsburgh lead here. The kick is up, and it is good through the uprights. 16-7. Pittsburgh extends their lead. 5:33 left to play here in the first half. We're going to take another quick break after Kessman knocks one through. You're listening to 3304 Sports. Just a short break there as Kessman looks like he's ready to tee one off here and send it towards the end zone of the Hokies, but the Pitt offense really just in control. We talked about this in the quick break, Ryan. Kenny Pickett's thrown the ball 30 times this afternoon.
Yeah, we're not even through the first half of play. Kenny Pickett has been airing it out all day for almost 200 yards, just having his way with this Tech defense. He has thrown one interception, a very arguable throw, but other than that, great day for Kenny Pickett.
Kessman gets one off right short of the 2-yard line. Herbert's going to bring it out and get tackled right about the 23-yard line, and that's where the Hokies will set up shop and have another chance to respond here.
Yeah, the Hokies need to respond here. You know, the Tech defense really has not been able to stop this Pitt offense. Aside from one break, a bad throw from Kenny Pickett, the Hokies have not been able to stop this Pittsburgh passing attack, as they've been letting Kenny Pickett throw 30 times. We talked about 30 times for Kenny Pickett. He is just having his way and having a day for this Pittsburgh offense.
Virginia Tech trots back out onto the field. 5:27 left to play in the second quarter. Hooker in the shotgun. He's got one receiver to his left, one to his right. Looks to throw on the play action, gets some pressure, gets away from the pressure and rolls to his left. Throws, finds his man, Robinson. Robinson in open field all by himself and finally brought down at the Pittsburgh 34-yard line.
Yeah, what a throw by Hendon Hooker. Great protection, as it looked like that protection in that pocket might have been breaking down. A good block by Nick Gallo on number 6 there. Just Hooker getting away and just throwing a wide open Tavion Robinson. It looked like Hamlin missed on the coverage again. He got beat on Trey Turner's touchdown. He gets beat again.
From the 34-yard line of Pittsburgh, Hendon Hooker takes another shot downfield. It's not there. He was looking for Blackshear. A flag is down, so we'll look and see what this one is all about. But Hendon Hooker takes another shot, maybe getting a little bit of confidence up here as this game progresses.
It looks like we might have a pass interference because that flag was thrown in the secondary when Blackshear was running that post route. And again, we talked about it pregame. Blackshear looking to get more involved in the passing game. And it's going to be on the defense.
An illegal substitution there by the defense. Too many men on the field. Hooker knew he had a play, took a shot down the field. Smart play by the quarterback.
Yeah, very heady play by Hendon Hooker, taking that free shot penalty. The awareness to see that there was a penalty on the field, taking that shot deep to Blackshear. The Hokies are moving the ball again after they've struggled these first couple drives.
Hokies set up on 1st and 5 from the Pittsburgh 29, 4:53 to play in the first half. Hooker quickly throws to the outside to Turner. It's dropped off the hands of a jumping Trey Turner there, and that'll set up 2nd and 5 for the Hokies.
A bit of an errant throw there, a high throw to Trey Turner, not really on him. Good defense there by the Panthers. The Hokies look to continue to keep this ball moving, and they've got 2nd and 5 here.
With the precipitation there, makes catches like that tough to hold on to for either side. Hooker here, a play action, this time over the middle. This time again, Trey Turner drops it over the middle. Outstretched arms had that one a little bit longer than the last, but dropped it nonetheless, and it comes up to 3rd and 5 yet again for the Hokies.
Now that one I think you got to catch if you're Trey Turner. That one right in his outstretched arms. I think you've got to make that play. But again, the Hokies have another 3rd down here. It looks like they might be in field goal range, but it's kind of dicey. It might be no man's land for the Hokies, but if you're them, you want this 1st down here.
Down 9, Pittsburgh leads 16-7, 4:44 left to play in the first half. 3rd and 5 from the Pittsburgh 29. Hooker gets the snap, throws a screen to the outside to Robinson along the right sideline. He pushes through the first defender, over the 1st down marker, inside the 10-yard line, and down that right sideline, Tavion Robinson, a big pickup on 3rd down.
Big play by Tavion Robinson. You see him tiptoeing the sideline past that Pittsburgh defense, making a couple guys miss, and a huge gain there. You know, we've seen that play multiple times today, not executed as well as it was there. As look, again, he's right there on that sideline, and they might even check that toe back a couple yards back, but the Hokies are in business.
Hokies quickly get a play off here. No, they didn't get it off, Ryan. You called it right before they were trying to get it done. They're going to see if he stepped out of bounds on the official review here. So while they do that, we're going to step away real quick. You're listening to 3304 Sports. 11 left to play in the first half. Pittsburgh leads Virginia Tech 16-7, and it was actually not a reviewed play there. Pittsburgh just called a timeout to slow things down a little bit, talk about how they wanted to try to stop and stall this Virginia Tech offense, as Virginia Tech has really gotten some momentum going here later in the first half.
Yeah, and you have to applaud Hendon Hooker. He's really made stuff happen today when this defense has been struggling for the Hokies.
Hooker in the gun from the 10-yard line. He's going to hand it off up the middle. It's going to be stopped. It's Holston right there, as all of the Pittsburgh front 7 is right there, and a little bit of some extracurricular activity going on after, some chippiness starting to happen in this one.
Yeah, as we said earlier, this Pittsburgh defense is fiery, and they want this game. They really, really do. And it's been chippy on both sides, as we saw the personal foul from Brock Hoffman earlier. These teams don't like each other, and they've proven that today.
Second and goal from the 8. Hooker in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his left. He's going to play action. Throw it over the middle. It's caught. Trey Turner, his second touchdown grab of the day, went up the ladder and made a great catch for the Hokies.
What a throw by Hendon Hooker, and Trey Turner redeeming himself after 2 drops on this drive. What a catch by Trey Turner, looking like he might be a bit shaken up. He really climbed the ladder on that one, extending his arms, outstretched arms over Hamlet in coverage. Just a great catch by Trey Turner. Great throw by Hendon Hooker, and this offense is keeping the Hokies in the game.
You say great catch, great throw. I say an even better response there from the Hokies after the Pittsburgh touchdown drive. So the Hokies will set up for the point after attempt. This is Brian Johnson getting his foot ready and into the ball. It's up and good. Virginia Tech cuts into the lead. Pittsburgh still leads 16-14. 3:36 left to play in the first half. You're listening to 3304 Sports. Back here in Heinz Field, Pittsburgh leads Virginia Tech 16-14 with 3:36 left to play in the first half. And Parker Romo is going to kick it off and really almost take away all the momentum here for the Hokies because he just kicks it right out of bounds. Brian Johnson actually went out to go kick that one for the Hokies. It's going to be an illegal procedure penalty and give Pittsburgh great field position.
Another avoidable penalty there by the Hokies. If you're the Hokie defense, you want this stop bad right before the half because you really haven't been able to do much on defense today. You got 3.5 minutes left. You get a stop, maybe even give your offense the ball back, and then they go to work. But this Tech offense gets the ball after half, so it being a one-score game is really important at the end of the second half.
3:36 left to play in the first half. Kenny Pickett looking to respond really quickly before halftime. Steps in the pocket, get plenty of time again, dumps it down to his receiver, or his running back, I should say, Davis, and he'll pick up about 5 or 6 on the play.
Good open field tackle there by Tisdale. We have not seen much tackling from the Hokies outside of that first couple drives. They've really been struggling to bring down the ball carriers and the receivers, but great tackle there by Tisdale on the outside.
Clock continues to tick down. Ball on the 39-yard line of Pittsburgh. Kenny Pickett, plenty of time again, throws and finds his receiver Barden for a +20 gain into Virginia Tech territory down at the 33-yard line.
Man, the Hokies have struggled in coverage today. Pickett with his 32nd pass of the day, just having his way with this Hokies defense. 228 yards now on 34 passes. The Hokies just haven't been able to stop him today.
From the 34, Pittsburgh has Kenny Pickett step up in the pocket, takes a shot to the end zone. It's not going to be there. Good coverage on the outside by Chamari Connor. He really locked up Turner on that one.
Yeah, he did. DJ Turner has been their go-to guy today with 11 receptions. He's been that go-to guy, and you put your number one guy on him, Chamari Connor, and Connor makes a great defensive play, doesn't let him really get anything there. And now you got 2nd and 10. This Hokies defense needs to stick in here, get this stop, and get to halftime, only down 1 score.
A little bit of a different offense we're seeing from Pittsburgh here. Early on in the game, the tempo was up, the tempo was fast, the tempo was quick passes. Now Kenny Pickett's starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm and take some shots down the field. We'll see if he continues to do that here. 2nd and 10 from the 34-yard line. He throws a quick pass this time to the outside. It's caught, quickly wrapped up on the outside by Taylor and Tisdale, and that'll be a gain of about 5.
That's mostly what we've seen today is those little passes to the outside. We haven't seen many shots across the middle or shots deep, and that was a good little pass there by Kenny Pickett. Now you got 3rd down, and now this Hokies defense really wants to buckle in and get this stop.
So a 3rd and manageable 5 here for Pittsburgh at the 29-yard line of Virginia Tech. 2:23 left to play in the first quarter. Pickett gets a snap, throws it to the outside to Barden. Barden gets out of bounds and picks up the first down right at the 20-yard line, just short of it actually at the 21, and that'll stop the clock for just a second.
Yeah, you see Barden making his presence felt after he has not really had, that much of a season so far this year. He's had a good game today in a game where they've needed him because they do not have Jordan Addison.
Just as I say, the tempo slows up, it speeds back up, and Pickett gets another quick snap in the shotgun. Fires to the outside, right back to Tipton, and he catches it right inside the 15-yard line at the 14, but forced out of bounds quickly by Taylor.
Yeah, good coverage there by Taylor. Again, the Hokies they're letting Pitt have these little out routes and pitch just chunk by chunk by chunk moving down the field. They're not really having any big shots apart from a couple plays here and there, but they're getting themselves into short yardage situations. Very good job by the Pittsburgh offense.
Pittsburgh in the red zone here, a gain of 7, sets up a 2nd and 3, 1:53 left to play in the second quarter. Kenny Pickett has 2 running backs to his right and his left hip. He's got 2 receivers on the outside to his right and 1 all by himself on the left. Pickett gets the shotgun snap, has plenty of time of protection, some pressure coming along the outside. He's going to take it and run, try to dive for the first down. I think he was just short of it, if not right on the line. The spot that he got looks like he's going to pick up the first down.
Yeah, good awareness by Kenny Pickett. You saw the back pressure coming from Jalen Griffin, and Kenny Pickett just picks that up and takes off for the first down. Good play there by Kenny Pickett.
A big time first down pickup there on 2nd and 3. Stop the clock just a little bit to move the chains, calm yourself, reset, get a new set of downs here. And Pittsburgh has got to think end zone or bust here. They're going to take a timeout, it looks like, to talk about what they want to do here to try to get into the end zone. So we're going to step away and take a quick break as they measure the chain. Or sorry, it's not a timeout. They're actually just going to measure here on the first down and try to see if Kenny Pickett did pick it up. I think he got it from initially on the dive in the initial spot, but we'll see what they have to say on the spot.
Yeah, he did. And we talk about the missing Jordan Addison, but you look at Jalen Barden. He's only played 1 game as a true freshman, 1 reception for 68 yards, but he's had his day today, and this is a lot of these Pittsburgh players that don't really get the ball that much. You're talking about DJ Turner, who is a big producer for this Pittsburgh offense, but nowhere near as big as he's been today. And Jalen Barden having 5 receptions for 65 yards right behind DJ Turner.
Ball on the 11. Kenny Pickett gets the snap, feels pressure, spins away from it on the right side, throws it up to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown. Kenny Pickett showing off some elusiveness, throws it up to the end zone. A nice little touch pass to get Barden in the end zone. Touchdown Pittsburgh. They extend their lead.
Yeah, we talk about Jalen Barden getting involved, and right on cue, Kenny Pickett floats one similar to the throw we saw from Hendon Hooker earlier, where it looked like it might have just gotten away from him, but just a really aware play by Kenny Pickett to spin away, and again, that pressure was coming from the right side, and he just whiffed there. Tisdale crashing in on him. A very dangerous throw across his body, but Barden was in the right place at the right time. Touchdown Pittsburgh, and we talked about it. The Hokies defense really needed that stop. That difference between 16-14 and 23-14 is very different. But now the Hokies offense has a minute and a half to try and make something happen.
Now a 2-score game as the kick is up and good, 23-14. An 8-play, 65-yard drive for the Pitt Panthers, and another great response. Kenny Pickett's playing quite the game.
Yeah, he is. 26 for 37. 259 yards and a touchdown. The one miscue coming from that interception, that poor throw from Kenny Pickett to Jock Louis was picked off. But again, that Jalen Barden just found himself wide open in the back of that end zone. Pickett saw him at the last minute, throw across his body for a touchdown. Beautiful throw, dangerous throw at that. But Kenny Pickett out here making plays in his 2nd game back from injury.
Absolutely, and this Pittsburgh offense has really been in control of the game all game long. I really think that's been hurting this Virginia Tech defense. We haven't seen much life, if any at all, from Virginia Tech since that turnover that you mentioned that Kenny Pickett had earlier in the first half. We haven't seen much life at all.
We haven't. They've had their way with this Tech defense. They really, really have, and they're accumulating yardage left and right. They have over 250 yards of offense in this first half. 18 first downs to Virginia Tech 6. And now the Hokie offense is the only reason they're really in this game, because without this offense, they'd be down by a lot more on the scoreboard.
So the ensuing kickoff from Kessman is up and over the head of Khalil Herbert. That'll be another touchback for Kessman. And the Hokies will take over from their own 25-yard line. 1:29 left to play in the first half. Pittsburgh leads Virginia Tech 23-14. Virginia Tech trying to get back on the board. They will get the ball to start the second half, but any chance of points right here would be nice for the Hokies. Hooker in the shotgun brings Tavion Robinson in motion. He gets pressure right away on first down, feels it, throws it to Robinson. It looks like it was short and incomplete. It was, as it bounces out of the hands of Robinson.
Yeah, the pressure just came at Hooker that time, and I think that caused him to kind of short arm that throw. And if you're the Hokies offense, and if you're Justin Fuente and Brad Cornelison, you want this offense to score on this drive, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown. 17 17-23, or even 23-21 sounds a lot better than 23-14.
One receiver to his left, that's Caleb Smith. Two to his right, Hooker in the shotgun. Looks to throw again on second down. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He takes off, runs out of bounds, scurrying there to get away from the defensive back, Patrick, who was coming at him quickly, and he steps up, gains 5 on second down.
Yep, that was a good run there by Hendon Hooker, getting out of bounds. But now you got 3rd and 6, and you give this ball back to the Pittsburgh offense with a minute to work. Who knows what they might try and do. So if you're the Hokies, you really want this first down.
Set 3rd and 5 for the Hokies from the 30-yard line. Ball right there at the 30-yard line. He's got 2 to his right, 1 to his left. And Khalil Herbert right on his right hip. The Hokies are 2 of 6 on 3rd down so far today. Hooker gets the shotgun snap, steps up in the pocket, feels the pressure, throws it over the middle to Caleb Smith, who's absolutely leveled by Hamlin. And Caleb Smith looks a little bit shaken up on the play.
Yeah, what a hit by Damar Hamlin, and it looks like Caleb Smith will be down for an injury as he is very shaken up. Big hit by Damar Hamlin, and if you're the Hokies now, you've got to buckle down on defense, and really you give Pitt the ball back with 1 minute and 6 seconds. They're likely going to have decent field position. You've really got to strap up and get a stop here.
Just a really good tackle there by Hamlin. It was good. It was timed. It was right there on that inside route. And when you're a receiver at this level of football going across the middle, you know that hit's going to be coming sometimes. And Hamlin was just there, right there to make the play.
It looks like it took the wind out of him there. He's walking off pretty much on his own power. It looks like Caleb Smith will probably be okay, but that just a big hit across the middle. Good hit by Damar Hamlin. It looks like the Hokies are going to go for it here.
4th and 1, the Hokies set up to go for it, and Pittsburgh's going to call a timeout to talk about it because I think Justin Fuente just about got everybody up out of their seats to see what was going to happen there on that 4th down.
Well, that's a smart play, I think, there by the Hokies because it looks like they might have just been trying to draw them off sides, and there you make the Panthers use their last timeout. So now they don't have anything to really stop the clock, and the Hokies, even if they do go for it, I think that'll be a very questionable call. As we saw earlier, they tried it once already, and they got absolutely stuffed. And, the Hokies here, not great. That drive was just not great there. I mean, you have 3 plays, 3 and out, and your receiver most likely will be okay, but he's a little shaken up. And now you give the Panthers the ball back with a minute remaining, and they might really try to distance themselves on the scoreboard here.
Well, the way the Panthers have been moving the ball offensively, you think that they're going to try to do exactly what you just said, Ryan. 1:02 left to play in the 2nd quarter here. They lead Virginia Tech by that 2-score margin, so why not make it 3 right here? You got a minute left at 4th and 1, so I think that goes into Justin Fuente's thinking of trying to just get this 1 yard here. It looks like both the offense and defense are both going to come back out onto the field. Maybe you said it right. They're going to try to get him to come off sides here a little bit. We'll see as they quickly get to the line. Hooker in the shotgun. He's going to get it, the snap. He's going to fake it. No, he's going to come back to the line, reset things, get a little play call going, a little bit of some communication issues going on here. Hooker, a hard count, another hard count. Yeah, it looks like he's just trying to get him off sides. There's a flag that comes in from the outside. We'll see where the flag will be. Both sides, of course, pointing fingers.
And that is going to be a false start there by the Hokies. Great job by the Pitt defense staying disciplined. Hooker tried to get up there and get him with a hard count, and that's exactly what we predicted the Hokies would do. And now they're going to back it up 5 and likely punt it away.
The false start's going to be on Luke Tenuta, who had a rough game last week and just had a flinch right there, just enough to get the flag called on him, and that's going to bring the offense off of the field here and set up a punt for Oscar Bradburn. And Justin Fuente's already got the headset off. He just put it back on, but it looks like the first half has not gone how they planned.
Absolutely not. And you look like at a very different situation from 5 minutes ago. You look at the Hokies trying to get a hold now, and that's going to be their win. As essentially 5 minutes ago, you're looking at a win as a touchdown or a field goal. Now you're looking at a hold to not go down by 3 scores.
Bradburn gets his kick up, and it's going to be fair caught by DJ Turner back at the 35-yard line of Pittsburgh. That's where they will take over. 53 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll keep it right here as we creep towards the halftime report and the halftime show that we'll present to you. Just a quick update on what happened in the first half and the big plays, what to look for going forward here as Virginia Tech and Pittsburgh battle it out at Heinz Field. 23-14, Pittsburgh leads it. Kenny Pickett back on the field for Pittsburgh. Gets the shotgun snap, looks to throw it deep downfield, unleashes over it into double coverage, and it's not there as Taylor and Brian Murray were on the coverage for the Hokies.
Yeah, he threw that ball into double coverage. But the Hokies play good defense there, and again, you're looking for a stop here. You really pretty much need it at this point because you go down 3 scores. The way this offense has been moving the ball, bad situation for the Hokies if they go down 3 at half.
46 seconds left on the game clock in the second half, or in the first half rather, excuse me on that one. 23-14 Pittsburgh leads. 2nd and 10, another throw, this time to Turner over the outstretched arms of Turner, and it goes incomplete. Only 4 seconds run off the clock there, and Pittsburgh looks at a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, big 3rd and 10 here for this Hokies defense. You really, really need to stop this Pittsburgh offense. Kenny Pickett looking for something else here. Maybe a deep shot, maybe a draw up the middle, maybe they're just trying to run the clock out, but we will see. I'd say they're probably going to look deep here on 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, ball on the 30-yard line of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is 4 of 9 on 3rd downs today. Looking to try to make that a 50% clip here. Pickett looks to throw, gets the shotgun snap. He's got plenty of time, some pressure, throws it just over the outstretched arms of his receiver, Mack, and that'll set up a 4th down and a punt for Pittsburgh. Quick 3-and-out there. The Hokies needed that one.
Big time stop there by the Hokies. You see Kenny Pickett holding his hand. Not great news for that Pittsburgh offense, but the Hokies finally got to him there, made him feel a bit uncomfortable. Barno making his presence felt. Connor definitely getting to him, and the Hokies get that much-needed stop. And now they've got 36 seconds and 3 timeouts. Who knows what they might do, and it looks like maybe, a bit of a hands to the face there on Connor, but good no call. But now the Hokies get the ball back with 36 seconds left.
The punt is up and good from Christodoulou, and that's going to roll, take a Pittsburgh roll right along the left sideline down at the 21-yard line of Virginia Tech. And if I had to guess, I think that Justin Fuente will probably just try to get into the halftime locker room. But they do have 3 timeouts, so we'll see what they go at here.
They do, but with as turnover heavy and as wet this game is, you're probably just going to knee it out and take this into halftime. The Hokies defense held there. We've been talking about it a lot. Big hold there because Pittsburgh was definitely looking to put this one away, and the Hokies definitely made a big stop there.
So 26 seconds left in the second quarter. Hendon Hooker trots back out to the field, and he's going to be in the shotgun here. He's got Khalil Herbert on his right, Caleb Smith out wide to his right, and 3 receivers to his left. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Hooker looks to throw quick, finds over the middle to Tavion Robinson, and that'll probably get the Hokies to call a timeout to stop the clock. They do. They'll burn their first of 3 of the half to snap the clock there.
Another high throw there by Hooker. Good reel in by Tavion Robinson, and I'm a little surprised by the Hokies strategy here because they just took a short yard gain, and now they're calling a timeout 20 seconds left. You're talking about maybe 3 plays, but you might as well try it. But the Hokies just need to not turn the ball over. They need to hold on to the ball, and if nothing's really developing, I think you just need this one out and take it to halftime down 23-14.
Let's look at some of these first half stats from the first half, Ryan. 18 first downs to 6 for Virginia Tech and Pittsburgh. That's just absolutely, that's Pittsburgh dominating the line of scrimmage right there and absolutely just getting first downs when they can.
Yeah, and the Hokies shortened the gap once the offense got going with the yardage. It's 259 to 195, but the Hokies defense just hasn't been able to stop this Pittsburgh offense, and that's been the story here today. Pittsburgh offense moving the ball at will on the Hokie defense. Hokies have had 2 big plays to shorten the gap, but the second half, I think the focus really needs to be on that secondary and really shutting down that Pittsburgh passing attack. 2nd
and 5 from the 28 of Virginia Tech. Hendon Hooker in the shotgun. He's got Holston on his right, 2 receivers to his left, and Caleb Smith alone on the right side. Hooker gets the snap quickly, steps back, but is met by the defensive front of Pittsburgh, and quickly Bright gets into the backfield for the Pittsburgh defense.
And we talked about it, Drew. If something were to happen like this, you just take it to halftime, and that's what the Hokies are going to do. Great first half by the Panthers. They really made that rushing attack non-existent pretty much because, we talked about it before, the 2nd rushing defense in the country, and as you see there, Bright and Pine just got to Hendon Hooker and made him feel uncomfortable, and he went down for the sack. Pittsburgh defense really, really good in the first half.
Minus a couple of big plays, it was all Pitt in the first half. They take a 23-14 lead to the locker room for halftime. 4:33:04 Sports. We'll be right back, bringing you a quick update on the first half and a good recap of what happened in the first half. You're listening to 33:04 Sports.
Hello and welcome back to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as we ready for the second half of football. Pittsburgh Panthers lead the Virginia Tech Hokies 23-14. Now, Drew, Kenny Pickett has thrown the ball 40 times in this first half, spreading the ball around to 6 different receivers.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett had quite the first half for the Pitt Panthers. 26 of 40 for 1 touchdown and 259 yards. He did throw 1 interception, but it didn't look like that turnover came back to haunt them too much. And he really spread the ball all around. He's got 6 different receivers that he's targeted. His top receiver that he has targeted was DJ Turner on the afternoon, and DJ Turner has really stepped up for Pittsburgh so far today.
Yeah, they've been great in the absence of leading wide receiver Jordan Addison. And now on the Hokie side of the ball, Hendon Hooker has had himself a day, 10 for 14, 109 yards and 2 touchdowns. What has the offense done to keep the Hokies in this ballgame?
Well, I think it's big plays, and I think that that's really the only big thing that's happened for the Hokies so far today is that they've gotten big plays, because throughout most parts of the first half is they really struggled to move the ball, right? So there was a stat earlier on in the game that 3 of Hendon Hooker's passes totaled for 129 of his 190 yards that he had so far today. So those big plays have really kept Virginia Tech in the ball game. And right, like I said before we went into the halftime break, is Virginia Tech or Pittsburgh is 3 big plays away from being in complete total control of this game right now. So flip side of that, Virginia Tech has made the big plays. Pittsburgh needs to stop the big plays in the second half to continue their lead going forward.
Yeah, and the Hokies defense has really struggled to contain this Pittsburgh offense, and we talked about it when the Hokies were down 16-14. We said they really needed a stop, and they just couldn't get it. How important are stops in the second half for the Hokies defense?
I think they're so important. Look at the stat that we talked about right before the break, the first downs. Pittsburgh has 18 to Virginia Tech 6. You're never going to win a ball game when you're getting outgained like that. You're not really getting outgained in total yardage by as much as you were early in the first half. Pittsburgh's got 298 yards of total offense, while Virginia Tech only has 209. But still, those first downs keep your team on the field longer, keep your defense off the field longer, and give you a little bit more. And one thing that we talked about in the pregame, Ryan, was just that Pittsburgh's going to have to control this line of scrimmage, and that's what they've done. This defensive line, the defensive front 7, has really done a great job, and that's not to take anything away from the secondary of Pittsburgh by any means, because I think that for the most part they've done a good job of keeping Hendon Hooker in check other than those big plays, but that defensive front has loomed so largely for this defensive team of Pittsburgh, and that's what they're known for. That's what this team is. That's what their strength is. So I think that they just went and proved themselves right that that's the most important part of their team.
Yeah, their strengths have proven to be very evident today, as a leading rusher Khalil Herbert's been held to 12 yards, only 4 carries, and the Hokies have had to rely more through the air. Now, for the Hokies to get back in this game, what do they have to do in the second half?
I think you have to run the football. I think you have to find a way to get Khalil Herbert involved. Whatever it is, if it's running counter plays, if it's doing a little bit more of runs deeper into drives on first and second down, not just first down. I think a good thing that Virginia Tech did in that first half was involve the play action. So maybe that Pittsburgh defense is queuing a little bit more on the run game, and that's opening up for the pass game anyway without the running game starting. But that's going to, with defensive changes happening right here in the second half, that is absolutely going to change, and those big plays are going to be shrunk by this Pittsburgh defense. So Virginia Tech's going to have to find a way to keep drives alive on the ground here.
Well, once again, this is 33:04 Sports coverage of Virginia Tech at Pittsburgh here from Heinz Field. We get ready for this second half kickoff. The Hokies are going to be receiving the kickoff, looking to get something going on offense. Down 23-14, they look to replicate some of the success they've had on offense so far in the first half, and that defense really has to make some plays in order to keep this Hokies team in the game. Now we look forward to the second half. Trey Turner has had quite the big day for the Hokies.
Yeah, absolutely. Trey Turner, 3 catches, 74 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And that's been a spot for the Hokies in that receiving core that they haven't really had that big-time production like that. Trey Turner is the #1 option for this team, and that's undoubted. But having 2 touchdowns in the first half like that, I bet that feels pretty good if you're Trey Turner. And Hendon Hooker as well. That's his favorite guy to find on the outside to make plays for him. So that's something that's going to be another key for Virginia Tech going forward here is keep Trey Turner involved. Don't let him go away quietly.
The rain continues to come down here at Heinz Field as Kessman gets ready to tee it off, kicking it deep. The Hokies are going to let that one fly through the end zone. Touchback, Khalil Herbert decides not to return that one. 1st and 10 for the Hokies from their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, I think a really big drive right here. Virginia Tech gets the ball to start the second half. You have to get the momentum that you had in the locker room. You have to continue that right here, right now. If it goes away, everything that was just said in the locker room is pretty much gone.
Hendon Hooker's going to start out in the shotgun. Khalil Herbert to his left. 1st and 10 for the Hokies. James Mitchell comes into the formation to the right of Hendon Hooker. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Lobs it over the top for Khalil Herbert. He will have the catch across the 40-yard line to the 42. Beautiful little touch pass as Khalil Herbert found his way out of the backfield. A little wheel route. He found him right there.
Great touch there by Hendon Hooker on that throw. Finds Khalil Herbert out of the backfield, and that's what we talked about. You got to find a way to get Khalil Herbert involved. If it's on the run, if it's like that, you got to get him involved.
Hooker has 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He looks left, throws to Robinson, and that ball is going to be intercepted. Tavion Robinson lost the battle as number 15 returns it. Hamlet reverses field across the 40. Hamlet looking for blockers, and Caleb Smith comes in to bring him down. What a big play from that Pittsburgh defense.
Yeah, Jason Pinnock really just going up and making a play on the ball right there for Pittsburgh. I mean, Hendon Hooker just threw that one up for grabs, it seems like, and Tavion Robinson didn't go up and get it with him, and that's unfortunate because that's really not a bad throw by Hendon Hooker there. It's just a great play on the outside by Pinnock.
Yeah, excuse me, that was Pinnock on the interception. Hendon Hooker threw up a 50-50 ball to Tavion Robinson. Pinnock returned it to the 35-yard line of Virginia Tech, and they will have it in business. This Hokies defense being put to the test early in the second half.
Yeah, that's just a really crucial turnover, the 3rd one of the day for the Hokies, and we talked about it. It's going to keep hurting them if they continue to do it.
Pickett starts out under center, pitches it to the right for Davis, throws it back to the left to Pickett. Trick play. The Hokies look to converge on it, and they will. And Amari Barno will stop him right at the 37-yard line. Pittsburgh trying to get a bit tricky with it. Pitches it to Davis, throws it back to Pickett. Nothing there for the Panthers.
Yeah, I think that could have been a play. That's a scary play if you're the Virginia Tech defense because if they get away with that, it was kind of a bad toss back to Kenny Pickett. Maybe there would have been something that developed a little bit more for the Pittsburgh offense, and that could have been a play that absolutely puts Virginia Tech out of the ball game. Is just demoralizing right there. So get away with it. Way to corral it there, but stay on your toes here.
2nd and 12 for the Panthers. 13:47 and a running clock in this 3rd quarter. Pickett in the shotgun, running back to his right. He throws it across the middle to Jock Louis. He has it for 10 yards, and he's still turning his legs, but he will be stood up right there. And that's 10 yards, and Jock Louis is not happy about that tackle as he was wrestled down right there. But if you're the Hokies, that's what you have to do to stop this Pittsburgh offense.
Yeah, emotion's getting a little bit into this game as this game goes on. I envision it will continue to do a little bit of the same.
3rd and 2 for this Panthers offense. Pickett's under center. Vincent Davis in the backfield behind him. He will hand it. He will do play action to the left. Justice Reed on the sack. Big stop for the Hokies. Reed got to the backfield on the bootleg. It looked like a handoff to Davis. Pickett kept it to the right. Reed was right there to meet him.
Yeah, Justice Reed was just right on the edge. He just comes off the block untouched. It looked like it was a play like that, like it was designed to be that way. I think that Justice Reed just absolutely came in and did a great job of just getting off the edge untouched to get right to Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, great play there by the Hokies and Justice Reed. And now Kessman will be on for his 4th field goal of the day. It looks like a 53-yard attempt, 1 yard further than it was. 4th and 10 for the Panthers, 12:35 and a running clock. The Panthers will set up for the field goal. The snap is good, the hold is good, and it is up and right through for Kessman. Kessman 4 for 4 on the day, 26-14 now the score, 12:25 remaining in this 3rd quarter. How good has Alex Kessman been today?
I should knock on wood right now before I say this and jinx him, but Kessman has been absolutely automatic today. 53, 52, 22, and 30. I mean, those are just, and they were all really, really, really good kicks. That's a tough kick he had to just make. But I think that a lot of it has to do with confidence. I mean, early on in the game, Kessman goes in, knocks a chip in from 22, knocks one from 30 in, knocks one from, I mean, that one right there is just all confidence. That's right down the middle, plenty of distance. Great kick by Kessman.
And as you said, all the confidence in the world. As soon as that one left his foot, you see Kessman with his arms wide open. He knew that one was good. A no-doubter off his foot. He knows that this game is his, and he's hot. 4 for 4, 22, 30, 52, and 53-yard field goals. All good for Alex Kessman, the senior, as he gets ready to kick this one away. The Lou Groza Award candidate for the best collegiate kicker, showing why he deserves that recognition here today.
Yeah, well, you said it. Like you said, there's a reason he's on that list.
And another kickoff sails over the head of Khalil Herbert. A win there for the Hokies defense as Alex Kessman shows some swagger on the sideline. He knows that this is his day on senior night. He takes over for the Panthers, and now the Hokies get the ball back here. A bit of a win there for the Hokies defense.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take it as you can and as you will, but still, that's more points on the board for Pittsburgh. And if you're Virginia Tech and you're Justin Hamilton, you do not want any more points on the board from Pittsburgh, especially like that. And you can't really fault the defense there for getting those points because it was on the turnover. But still, a win nonetheless for the Hokies.
Hendon Hooker in the gun, keeps it himself up the middle. He makes a move. He goes across the 30 to the 32-yard line. A 7-yard gain there by Hendon Hooker, showing why he is as elusive as he is, making a man miss for 7 yards there, setting him up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, it looked like he was run out of bounds by Eric Howlett right there, keeping Hooker in check. He might have had a couple more yards right there if he hadn't been there.
Hooker back in the gun with Herbert to his right, Mitchell out wide to his left, 3 receivers to the right. He checks at the line of scrimmage, 11:56 running clock, 2nd and 3 for the Hokies here. Hooker back in the gun. Hooker getting ready to take this. He takes a snap, hands it to Herbert. Herbert takes off across the middle, across the 40. There goes Khalil Herbert across the 50, breaks another tackle to the 40-yard line of the Panthers. The first big run we've seen from Khalil Herbert today, getting taken down at the Pittsburgh 38. But, man, that's refreshing to see for the Hokies.
Yeah, he had green grass all in front of him right there. Great blocks right there. A nice pull on the outside to get him sprung through that gap. James Mitchell held his block as well. Good blocking by the Hokies up front.
Hokies in the hurry-up offense. Play action. Pass to Raheem Blackshear. Blackshear will drop it, and that pass is going to be incomplete. We have seen quite a few drop screen passes today. Hendon Hooker looks a bit frustrated with Blackshear there as the Hokies will set up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think that the Hokies continue to go back to that play, and it just hasn't worked out so far this afternoon. It really hasn't worked out all season for them, but it's something to open up a little bit on the outside, try to get Blackshear involved, try to get the ball in his hands. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Hokies.
Hooker back in the shotgun with Herbert to his right. Hokies on the Pittsburgh 38-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hooker gets ready to take the snap. The hand to Herbert. Herbert runs across the left side, across the 30, across the 25, across the 20, and he will be down at the 16-yard line. Another big run by Hendon Hooker on 2nd and 10. Now he looks like he's getting in business.
Yeah, Ryan, I mean, we said it at halftime. You got to find a way to get Khalil Herbert involved. You got to find a way to get the ball in his hands. 12 yards on the ground in the first half. That's just not enough. That's not going to win the game. Look at the block right here on the outside by Lexus Smith.
And another run by Hooker across the 10-yard line to the 5, to the 4-yard line. Hendon Hooker making something happen down to the 4-yard line. It will now be 1st and goal for the Hokies with 10:55 remaining in this 3rd quarter. And the Panthers have another injury. It looks like Bentley, who was injured earlier in this game. But now the Hokies making something happen on offense. 1st and goal, a much-needed drive, and very rejuvenated with runs from Herbert and Hooker.
Yeah, Ryan, it is Bentley that's down on the field getting tended to right now. You are right about that. Let's talk about this for a second. I think that Virginia Tech's tempo right here in this first half coming out off of the turnover right there was really big, proving me wrong. I mean, I said you turn the ball over here, everything goes out the window. No, they regrouped, they came back and made a good job. One thing that I think that they're doing really well is that offensive line is getting a push that they haven't all game long at all. I mean, I think that it hasn't been happening at all. And importantly to say, Darisal's been out for the Hokies. He hasn't been available all day. He's dressed on the sidelines but hasn't taken a snap all day. So maybe it just took a little bit to figure out what they wanted to do on that run by Khalil Herbert just to play before the last one right here. Lexus Smith did a great job of opening up the hole for him, and I think that we got to look for that going forward for this Virginia Tech offense.
Khalil Herbert and Hendon Hooker making their presence felt here early in the second half. We're going to take a quick break. Once again, 3304 Sports coverage of Virginia Tech at Pittsburgh. We will be right back. We are back here at Heinz Field as the Hokies set up on the Pittsburgh 4-yard line after two big plays from Khalil Herbert and Hendon Hooker. We look 4 rushes here in the second half for 71 yards compared to 16 rushes in the first half for only 14 as Hooker's in the shotgun with Holston to his left, Blackshear to his right. Takes a snap, hands it to Holston. Holston up the middle for 2 or 3 yards, gets down to about the Pittsburgh 1-yard line as we see some more chippiness. These two teams really showing that they are bitter rivals in the ACC.
Yeah, this game, we talked about it, it felt like there wasn't a lot to play for, but both teams are showing you there is.
Hooker in the shotgun once again, hands it to Holston again. Holston gets popped at the 1-yard line. Nothing happening there. Good defense there by Phil Campbell, making his presence felt, pounding his chest. Great stop there, making it 3rd and goal for the Hokies, 10:18 with run clock.
Yeah, Campbell came flying through the middle of that hole right there and just held it up right to hold Holston short of the goal line.
3rd and goal for the Hokies. Herbert to his left, moving Blackshear in motion to Hooker's right. Fakes to Blackshear, throws it to the left for Herbert, and that's going to be incomplete as Herbert just dropped that pass, and now it's going to be 4th and goal. And interesting call here for the Hokies as 4th and goal on the 1, and the coverage for the Pitt Panthers is Hallett making a play on Herbert. Herbert never securing that pass. Even if he did, Hallett was right there to make the play. Now the Hokies look like they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal.
Yeah, 4th and goal here, a big time play right here. This could be really detrimental if the Hokies don't get it.
Hooker in shotgun again, putting Blackshear back in motion to Hooker's right. Hooker's going to take it up the middle, and he's going to be stuffed up, and he will not have it. That's going to be a stop by the Pittsburgh defense. Absolutely stuffing Hendon Hooker, and that's going to be Pittsburgh ball. In to make the play was Pine, and Pittsburgh will have the ball back.
Ryan, we said it. Pittsburgh has got to control the line of scrimmage to win this game, and that's exactly what they just did right there on the defensive side of the ball. Hendon Hooker only had to go 1 yard. He tried to get 3 efforts to get into that end zone, and there was just not a chance he was getting across that goal line.
And not even really that close as Hooker started in the shotgun, went up the middle, and was just absolutely met by Campbell, Hamlin, and company, and just never really had a shot at the end zone.
You know, you see Weaver right there on the outside as well as Patrick Jones. Neither of them were even involved in the play right there. It was all about the middle. You know, we focused on the defensive ends a lot of this Pittsburgh front 7, but that middle of the defense right there really, really held strong.
And as much as today has been, it is gut check time for this Hokies defense. It looks like they are going to go review the play, but as we both said, it didn't really look like Hendon Hooker had it there, but better to be safe than sorry. They're going to take a look at it.
Yeah, I'm always okay with them checking to make sure they're not seeing or they're not missing something that we're missing or whatever it is. I'm always okay with a review, but I really am adamant on this. I don't think that there's any way that Hendon Hooker even got close to getting the ball in across the goal line there. Even the last ditch effort attempt was stopped by Hamlin, stopping him just short of the goal line.
And it looks like maybe, just maybe, he might have gotten it near the goal line there on that last force, but I don't think, since it was called short on the field, I don't think you can really reverse that in review. But we are going to take a quick break as they take a look at this one. 26-14, the Panthers lead here from Heinz Field. We are back here at Heinz Field as we are coming back from review. It looks like it might still be being looked at, but as we said before the break, it really looks like Hendon Hooker just didn't have it there on that 4th and goal.
Yeah, I don't think that he's going to get into the end zone here. And like I said, the stop is just so detrimental and demoralizing to this Virginia Tech offense. I think that really you needed to get that ball across the goal line here because on the flip side, if Pittsburgh goes 99 yards here and scores a touchdown, that's not going to be good looking for Virginia Tech.
It is not, and it looks like that will be the call on the field. No touchdown for the Hokies, and the Panthers take over on the 1. Kenny Pickett takes a shotgun snap. Tech gets to him, and he throws that ball away. Jock Louis in the area, but the Hokies got to Pickett, but there is a flag here on the play. Not exactly sure what the call will be. It looked like pretty clean coverage by Murray there. Not exactly sure what the ref will be calling here today.
Yeah, we'll see what the call was here. Kenny Pickett looked like he was hitting his head a little bit, but it looks like it's going to be an illegal man downfield maybe. I'm not sure of the penalty called there. Yeah, ineligible man downfield is what they're going to call on the field. Virginia Tech declined that penalty because it's just a loss of down. It's half the distance to the goal. So 2nd and 10 now for the Pitt Panthers.
Good pressure there by the Hokies. The protection broke down for the first time here today pretty much as Pickett felt hurried and made a bad throw to Jacques Louis as he's in the shotgun again. Turner and Louis to his right. Davis in the background with him. He'll throw a screen to Turner. Turner makes a man miss, and Devin Taylor, and he will have 9 yards, setting up 3rd and short. Actually, that will be a first down, a generous spot there, as it looked like Turner might have stepped out short of the line to gain, but they're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from their own 10-yard line. It's going to be 9:38 and a running clock as the Panthers take that first down. Good screenplay there by Pickett and Turner.
Yeah, DJ Turner really just doing a great job of filling in for this role. That's his 12th catch of the day, and he's got 97 yards.
From the 11, Pittsburgh has 1st and 10. Handoff to Davis. Davis sprints up the middle. He has some room. Taylor misses him again, and he keeps going across the 35, and he will be taken down at the 37-yard line. This Virginia Tech defense continues to get gashed.
Yeah, absolutely. That was actually A.J. Davis on the run right there. I think that might have been what you said. But A.J. Davis really just went right through the middle there, going through all of the tackles. I mean, he had a pulling blocker right in front of him. Nobody touched him for about 10 yards, and he broke tackles after that. And Pittsburgh really doing a great job running the ball there.
Pickett takes a snap again. He drops back to pass, looking deep, and he will take a shot. And there is DJ Turner. Turner across the 20, across the 10, across the 5. Turner will have it down at the 1. He's in! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Kenny Pickett to DJ Turner, an absolute dime for 65 yards, and the Panthers extend their lead.
Wow, what a throw by Kenny Pickett right there. Kenny Pickett, have an afternoon, my friend. He is just throwing the ball with such confidence in the pocket, has all day to throw, and just makes an absolute dime of a throw to his man Turner on the outside.
And we see again, he had absolutely all day. Turner absolutely dusting Breon Murray there, carrying him and Devin Taylor from the 5-yard line to the goal line. That's a touchdown for the Pittsburgh Panthers.
Yeah, and like I said, Ryan, I said it was going to be very demoralizing for this Virginia Tech team if they didn't score right there and Pittsburgh went 99 yards down into the end zone. And that's exactly what it is, especially on a big 65-yard bomb like that.
This defense just cannot buy a stop today for the Hokies as they extend their lead 32-14. Barring the extra point. It looks like they are going to take this one to review, but again, another one where I think that's a big, long touchdown for the Pittsburgh Panthers.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think that there was any way that he got stopped short of the goal line. I mean, maybe we'll see his knee go down somewhere on a slow play like that, but DJ Turner really just stepping in for Addison being out of this game right now. 13 catches, 161 yards, Ryan, 12.4 yards per catch for the Pittsburgh Panthers, DJ Turner.
That's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct foul on the play on the Panthers. I don't really think they care that much. An absolute bomb play from Pickett to Turner. Turner having a day, filling in for Jordan Addison as they got him there on the celebration. Those guys are just having fun on senior night. DJ Turner with an absolute haymaker against his Hokies defense.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think that the Pittsburgh team cares too much about that penalty. Pending the extra point right here, about to go up 19. A big time shift in momentum.
And Alex Kessman continues his impressive senior night as he hits the extra point. The Panthers now lead 33-14. Absolutely dominating this Virginia Tech Hokies team. An extreme change of momentum there as it looked like the Hokies were getting back into it, going to cut it to one score. They get stuffed on the goal line. The Panthers go 4 plays, 99 yards.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett, 29 of 44 today, 343 yards through the air. And really, he hasn't run the ball at all, maybe once or twice throughout the day getting away from pressure. He's had all day to throw the ball in every situation. Maybe Virginia Tech's not bringing the pressure. Maybe the pressure's not getting there. I'm not really sure what it is at this point and why the adjustment hasn't been made, but Kenny Pickett's taking complete full advantage of it.
Within 5 to 10 minutes, this game has completely flipped its scripts. It looked like the Hokies were going to get back into it, and then the Panthers with that absolutely demoralizing drive as Kessman gets ready to tee it up. The Hokies getting the ball back here, looking to lessen the blow a little bit, maybe try to get back in this game. But with 8:43 remaining in this third quarter, the Pittsburgh Panthers are very much in control of this ball game. So Kessman gets ready to tee it up, and he gets ready to send it deep. Here's the kick from Kessman. Looks returnable. It's a short one to about the 15-yard line. Herbert has it across the 25. Left side across the 30, across the 35. He reverses field, but he will not go any further than the 35-yard line as he is taken down by a swarm of Panthers. The Hokies offense takes over. 8:36 remaining in this third quarter from the Virginia Tech 35-yard line as they get ready to start their next drive, looking to lessen this deficit right here as this game's really gotten away from them in the third quarter.
Yeah, it looked like Buddy Mack right there came in on the play for the Pittsburgh special teams, and really, I mean, Herbert was about to get away and get something going, but the Hokies just can't get anything going right now, Ryan.
Now the handoff comes to Herbert. Herbert's coming around the right side. He will have about 5 or 7 yards there on the first down play as he takes it right. The Hokies are going to have second down here, 8:25 and a running clock. 2nd and 3 for this Hokies offense. They look to hurry it up a little bit as they need to get this tempo going as they're down 3 scores here late in or midway through the third quarter as Hendon Hooker is in the shotgun once again. He has Herbert to his left, putting Changa Hodge in motion, and the fake to Changa goes left to Herbert for the screen. Herbert has some room to operate. Herbert across the 50, has Zancy in front, 40, 30, 35, 25, 20, and a big play from Khalil Herbert. Silas Zancy out in front with some big blocks, and he has a big play there for the Hokies.
Yeah, Brock Hoffman also got outside and sprung that play for the Hokies right there. If you see Brock Hoffman going to release right here on the screen and really just set that edge for Herbert to get the sideline and get up and moving down the field. Really a great play call and a great play setup. And then you still got Danzy as he just knocks through his defender right there and just keeps barreling forward.
What a block there by Zancy as they take it down to the Pittsburgh 17. And now it looks like there might be a timeout on the field, maybe an injury here. As 7:57 remaining in the third quarter, the Hokies are in business once again, and we will take a quick break. With 7:57 remaining in this third quarter, the Hokies are behind the Panthers 33-14. This is your coverage of the Virginia Tech Hokies against the Pittsburgh Panthers on 3304 Sports. And we are back here at Heinz Field. Pittsburgh maintains their lead 33-14 over the Virginia Tech Hokies. Hokies on the Pittsburgh 19-yard line, threatening as Hooker sends Holston out to the left. 4 receivers out there now. He throws it to the left to Blackshear. Screen pass, that is too low for Blackshear, and that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 for the Hokies here. Again, on the Pittsburgh 19-yard line, they are driving, and they look to probably lessen the deficit here.
Yeah, definitely trying to get into the end zone here, but I don't know if that's the play call that you want if you're Virginia Tech right now. It hasn't worked all afternoon. I don't even know why you continue to try that, but the Hokies stay strong with it.
Hooker in the shotgun with Holston to his right. The hand to Holston. He'll take off to the left, and he's got a bit of space over there, but Bright closes in quickly and takes down Holston for a loss of 3. And Bright looks a little shaken up, but a big play there by him as he closed down on Holston very quickly.
Yeah, a whole slew of defenders right there for Pitt. I mean, Weaver's on the trail right there on the backside. Bright makes the stop, and you got Patrick Jones right there. Hamlin coming in at the end. Pittsburgh really set the edge right there really well.
And Bright does look to be a bit shaken up there on the play as they're going to come take a look at him. Cam Bright with a big stop there. The redshirt junior from Montgomery, Alabama, has played in all 8 games this year for the Panthers, totaling 34 tackles and 4.5 tackles for loss. As the Pittsburgh defense gets ready to take on 3rd and 12, Bright walks off on his own power. And this defense, man, they've looked great today.
Yeah, they really have, and could go for a really big stop here. And it really begs the question, I don't know if Virginia Tech would go for it again if they got into a 4th down situation after this play. But the way that this Pitt defense is playing, I think that you just have to take the points when you get them at this point. So we'll see what happens after this play if the Hokies can get a 1st down.
Absolutely. 7:32 remaining. Hooker is in the shotgun with Holston to his left. Herbert, actually that is Holston to his left. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left in Mitchell. Hooker is in the shotgun, ready to take the snap from Hoffman. 3 receivers to his left. Hooker takes the snap. Play action, block from Holston, over the top to Mitchell, and that's going to be batted away. Great defense by Pittsburgh. Woods and Hamlet on the coverage. Absolutely great coverage by the Pittsburgh defense. Two defenders there. Not a great throw by Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, A.J. Woods was the one that broke that one up, I think, and got a hand on the ball. No, it actually wasn't. It was Malik, I think.
Hallett there on the coverage.
Yeah, Hallett. Sorry, excuse me. Hallett, the free safety, came across the middle and broke that one up. A great job there by the Pitt defense to hold strong.
The Hokies look like they're going to try to take their points here. Brian Johnson with the kick. That one is up, and that's going to be no good. Brian Johnson off to the right. 7:07 remaining in this third quarter, and the Hokies fail to get points once again.
Yeah, I think that just sums up Virginia Tech's day today. I think it really does go to show you that this Virginia Tech offense is just not getting the ball to the end zone. It's not scoring the ball the way that they're used to scoring, and it's showing. There's a tale of 2 teams right now. Pittsburgh has all the confidence in the world on the offensive side of the ball, and Virginia Tech has little to none right now.
And that begs the question: if you're in that position as the Hokies again, you most likely have to go for it in this scenario.
Yeah, as the clock starts to wind down from this point forward, I know I just said that you got to take the points when you get them, and this is the point where you do take the points that you can get right now. But as the clock goes down more, especially if Pittsburgh gets on the board right here, it'll be big time for them to score.
An end around to Jock Louis, breaks big, and he will have about 9 yards there on the play, as that's going to set up 2nd and 3 for the Hokies. 6:53 and a running clock. 2nd down for the Panthers. Kenny Pickett runs over to get the call from his offensive coordinator right there, Mark Whipple, as he will come back to the line. 2nd and 2 for the Panthers as they look to extend their lead against this Hokies defense that they've dominated thoroughly here today. And now Pickett will set up in the shotgun. He will come under center now. 2 tight ends to his right. He will put Jock Louis in motion. Now the handoff is to Davis. David takes it across the 30, across the 35. Murray to his left. He will get ran out of bounds by Chapman across the 47-yard line. And right there, Justin Hamilton is not very happy with Amari Chapman right there.
Yeah, I think that this Pittsburgh offense is really going to try to start trying to run the ball right at Virginia Tech, and that's what they did. Kenny Pickett went under center for only the 2nd time today, and he just hands it off right to Davis. The hole is so big, and then nobody in the secondary is there to make a tackle.
Yeah, Chapman ran him out of bounds, but not after a gain of about 17 yards there. 5:55 and a running clock. Pickett sets up with Vincent Davis to his right, the workhorse in this backfield on the 46-yard line of the Pittsburgh Panthers. Pickett will take the snap. Play action. All day to throw. Pickett's looking right, and he will have Tipton. Tipton breaks away for a second there from Chapman, and he will have the 1st down across the Virginia Tech 45-yard line. Kenny Pickett with another strike to his receiver, Trey Tipton, and the Panthers have another 1st down.
Yeah, I thought that Pitt would probably try to slow their tempo here, but I think that their confidence is just brewing right now, so they're trying to figure it out.
A bit of miscommunication there on the handoff. Pickett takes it himself, and Hewitt is there on the stop. A gain of about 3 for Kenny Pickett, and that will be 2nd and about 7 with 5:10 and a running clock for the Panthers.
Yeah, it looked like Pickett was trying to hand it off to Davis right there, and Davis was just not ready for it. He looked like he was setting up to block and wasn't ready for the ball to come to his way.
2nd and 7 for this Panthers team. Kenny Pickett having his way with this Virginia Tech defense as he sets up in the shotgun with Vincent Davis to his left. 2 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Davis motions to Kenny Pickett's right hip. Play action now. DJ Turner on the screen. Turner makes a man miss, makes another one miss, and he will have just about the 1st down yardage as he gains about 7 on another screen play.
Man, right now it's just 1st down after 1st down for this Pitt Panthers offense. They are really in control of this game in that sense of it. They just picked up their 24th 1st down of the day, Ryan.
That's absolutely baffling. This Hokies defense has just not been able to stop this Pitt offense. Pitt leading the 1st down battle 24-11, outgaining the Hokies 365 to 251 through the air. Hendon Hooker having a decent day, but Kenny Pickett just outlasting him. DJ Turner, 18 targets, 14 receptions for 168 yards. As Jock Louise in motion, the handoff goes to Davis. Davis has a hole. Davis across the 25, and he will be taken down at the 24-yard line by Chamari Connor. 2nd down and 4 coming up for the Panthers.
Yeah, the Pitt Panthers are really just chewing a bunch of clock off of this game clock right now on this drive. They're really just their tempo is still up, but every play the clock continues to run on the ground or through the air, even when they're completing all of their passes like this.
Davis on the right hip of Pickett. Pickett takes a snap in the shotgun, sets back the pass, and that throws across the middle to seemingly nobody. Maybe the target was Turner there, and there's going to be a flag down on the play. Not exactly sure what the call is here.
A lot of pressure came through the middle right there, Ryan. I don't know, maybe it was a hold there because he got them. No, it was actually an illegal shift, it looks like, on the offense.
And we've seen a couple of those today from the Pittsburgh offense. Not exactly sure what the story is there, but Pickett has a minute now to go over to the sideline and get his call from Mark Whipple. Pickett will go back to the huddle now. 3:35 remaining. Pittsburgh moves back just a little bit to their, not sure what yard line yet, but there's 3:35 remaining in this third quarter. Again, the Panthers lead 33-14. Now they have 3rd and 5 coming up, and they look to capitalize right now on what's been a pretty decent drive.
Yeah, absolutely. A big 3rd down coming for them. I don't think they want a field goal here. I think they want to score a touchdown and try to put this one a little bit out of reach right here.
From the 24-yard line, Pickett takes a snap. He drops back to pass, has all day. Pollard collapses on him, misses him, and then the throw to Davis. Davis makes a man miss. Davis makes another miss, and he will have the 1st down and just a little bit more. Vincent Davis, very elusive, gets down to about the 17-yard line, and he has the 1st down for the Panthers.
That's the sneakiness that Kenny Pickett has to his game, just able to get away from the pressure. He had 2 guys coming on him. Pollard came through the middle right there. I think Justice Reed came along the outside, and he just escaped with a spin move on the outside and finds his check down receiver for the 1st down.
Yeah, the running back making a couple men miss there, and he has a 1st down. Now this clock continues to run. Pickett taking his time, jogging over to that sideline just about every play to get his call from Mark Whipple. The plan is not now to do the hurry-up offense as they have been doing efficiently this game, but it's more or less now to slow down the tempo as Kenny Pickett's in the shotgun. Now he's going to take a timeout as that play clock ran down. Kind of snuck up there on Kenny Pickett, but the Panthers are going to take their timeout. 2:46 remaining here in this third quarter. Pittsburgh leads 33-14 against the Virginia Tech Hokies. They are driving, and we will be right back with more 3304 Sports coverage of the Panthers against the Hokies. And we are back here at Heinz Field as the Panthers took a 30-second timeout just to regroup against this Hokies defense. 2:46 remaining here in this third quarter. The Panthers lead 33-14 after just converting a 3rd and 5. Vincent Davis made a couple men miss and got the 1st down yardage necessary to continue this drive for the Panthers. And now they break the huddle and they're ready to go once again here from Heinz Field. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the Virginia Tech 17-yard line. Pickett under center. 1 tight end to his right, 2 receivers to his left. The handoff to Davis. Davis has a bit of a hole, but it's quickly collapsed, and he will have about 4 yards there on the 1st down run.
Yeah, a good run right there through the middle. We haven't really seen a lot of running attempts from this Pittsburgh offense, but I think that's going to continue here into the later part of the second half.
2 receivers to Pickett's left. He sends Davis out to the right, looks for a screen. It's not there. Taysier Mack has it across the middle, and a great form tackle by Alan Tisdale. Not much of that being done by the Hokies today, but Tisdale makes a big stop, forcing the Pittsburgh Panthers into a 3rd down. Taysier Mack on the reception gets taken down quickly by Tisdale. 2:08 in a running clock. 3rd and 4 here for the Panthers as they look to extend their lead. Kenny Pickett going back to Mark Whipple once again, slowing down the tempo, really trying to tire out this Hokies defense as they have done all day. Now Pickett's in the shotgun. Davis to his left, Tipton out to his right, Jock Louis and Mack and Turner out to his left. Pickett takes the shotgun snap, looks, and he takes off. He takes out to the left. He's across the 10 and down to about the 6-yard line, excuse me. He will have the 1st down. Just another smart play by Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, it's just another first down after first down for this Pitt offense. He gets a nice little pat on the chest from his head coach, Pat Narduzzi, as he's getting talked to on the sideline. Great job there just to check down and find some open room to run to pick up the first down. That's a huge third down conversion right there for Pittsburgh. Keep the clock moving, get to the fourth quarter, get another play closer to a touchdown.
Now Pickett is in the shotgun once again. Vincent Davis directly behind him. Turner out to his left. Daniel Morega, the tight end, out to his right. And now he will take the handoff to Davis. Davis up the middle, hit by Ashby. He will carry the Hokie defense to the 1-yard line. And the Hokies get pushed into the end zone. Will they call that forward progress or will it be a touchdown? I think they're going to call that forward progress because it looked like they had blown the whistle. But what effort by that Pittsburgh offensive line, essentially picking up Vincent Davis and carrying him in the end zone. It might not count, but what great effort from the offensive line.
Yeah, Ryan, great effort from the offensive line right there at Pittsburgh. And, you know, I'm going to try to sound as nice as I can about this, but that just seemed like a lack of effort from the Virginia Tech defensive front. There was just, I mean, they got pushed into the end zone there. I'm not sure when the whistle exactly blown, but we'll see right here on 2nd and goal.
Pick in the I formation, will take it himself, and he looks to be in. Let's see what the call is here from the line judge. They're going to call it a touchdown. Kenny Pickett with a QB sneak up the middle, extending the Panthers' lead to 39-14, pending the extra point. Absolute dominance from this Pittsburgh offense, and another great play from Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, and I said it right there. I teed it up, right? We'll see right here on this play, and Kenny Pickett absolutely just goes right in to the end zone. I mean, a QB sneak's a hard play to stop, but nonetheless, Pittsburgh gets back into the end zone again to extend this lead.
Nothing too flashy, but Kenny Pickett was not going to be stopped on that play as he gets in, and Alex Kessman's on for the extra point, and that kick is up and right through the middle. Kessman continues his tremendous day as the Hokies now are down 40-14. The Panthers absolutely dominating here on senior night. 20 seconds remaining in this third quarter. The Hokies down 40-14, and we will take a quick break going. And now Alex Kessman will go to tee it up for the Pittsburgh Panthers. Sorry there, we had a bit of a confusion, but Alex Kessman with a big day, going 4 for 4 for field goals and just having such a great senior night.
Yeah, he really is having a great senior night. You can see it in his walk right now. You said earlier he's got a little bit of a swagger walk going on for him. But I mean, let's focus on this guy, Kenny Pickett. Man, what a game he's had all day long. Kenny Pickett has really controlled this game from start to finish. A couple of mistakes in the game, but I mean, when you make plays like Kenny Pickett is making all day long, you live with those mistakes.
Yeah, like you said, Kenny Pickett having his way with this Virginia Tech team. 33 for 49, 374 yards, 2 touchdowns, and also 1 on the ground, as we just saw there, the QB sneak up the middle. Again, nothing great from Kenny Pickett, but he got in the end zone, and Alex Kessman tees it off. Khalil Herbert will catch it inside the 5. He looks to make something happen here across the 20, across the 25. He makes one-man miss, but he is hit out of bounds to the 30-yard line as there is another flag on the play. Maybe some chippiness here from both sides.
Yeah, I think that they might call that one a late hit. It looked like Herbert had kind of gone out of bounds and somebody came flying in right there. It wasn't a hard hit, but a hit nonetheless out of bounds. So I think that's what's going to be the call right here.
Yeah, as this third quarter winds down, you know, the Hokies down 23-14 at halftime looked like they had some energy, threw an interception, went down 26-14. Good stop by the defense. The Hokies drive right down the field, get stuffed. That's kind of where everything started to snowball.
Yeah, absolutely. I said it right there on that play too, Ryan. That was going to be very detrimental if the Hokies were not able to get that play right there. And it just seems like the wheels have just fallen off of this Virginia Tech team. The effort is not there. The emotion's not there. It's just Pittsburgh is in full control of this game.
And now that's going to be a holding on the Hokies. And now they're going to call a personal foul against the Hokies as well. Just absolutely shooting themselves in the foot. If you're Justin Fuente and company, you can't really be happy with how the Hokies have performed today, and they've also had a lot of avoidable mistakes.
Yeah, avoidable mistakes is the key, man. I am just so unsure of where all these mistakes are coming from for this Virginia Tech team, because this team is a team that doesn't make those kind of mistakes in games like these where you just keep continuously doing it. This team, any team makes mistakes, but this Virginia Tech team has continued today to just make mistakes on their own repeatedly, and that's what's made this deficit so big.
And it looks like there was a bit of a late hit that just wasn't called there. Khalil Herbert very visibly out of bounds, gets a bit of a shot there, and not exactly sure what the no call was there, but nonetheless, 2 fouls on the Hokies. Now 14 seconds remaining in this third quarter. The Hokies will have the ball down 40-14, looking to make something happen, looking to maybe make this a bit of a different ball game, but the Hokies will have it from the 27-yard line. Holston out to the right of Hooker, 2 receivers to the left. Hooker will step back, give it to Drake DeLulis. Drake DeLulis has some space across the 30, across the 35, makes a man miss, down to the 40. Great play there by Drake DeLulis right there, as this clock will roll down. 4 seconds left remaining in this third quarter. Looks like they're going to get the ball set, and that will be the end of this third quarter. At the end of the third quarter, the Pittsburgh Panthers lead 40-14 against this Virginia Tech Hokies team. Kenny Pickett and company having their way against this Virginia Tech defense. Virginia Tech offense having some costly turnovers and just some costly, not great play calling.
Yeah, it really has been just a bad day for the Hokies. It seems like all the wheels have fallen off of this team, and hopefully you can get a little bit of momentum going into the fourth quarter here off that play right there, off the screenplay, and hopefully get towards the end zone, get some points up on the board. But we'll see how this one wraps up.
Maybe not great wording there by me. I didn't mean bad play call. I just mean in that position, the Pittsburgh defense really just stood them up, and that's been the story of the game today. The Hokies, have their way down the field, and then they get down there in those positions, and they just get absolutely stuffed. But we are just going to take a quick break as the third quarter transitions to the fourth here. For 3304 Sports, I'm Ryan Wilkes alongside Drew Roberson, and we will be right back. Welcome back to Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as we get ready for this fourth quarter of action. Pittsburgh dominating that third quarter, 17-0, as the Hokies have the ball on their own 41-yard line. Herbert to Hooker's left. Hooker gets the ball in the shotgun, takes off across the 45, across the 50. Hooker makes a man miss, and he is down at the Pittsburgh 46-yard line. Good run there by Hendon Hooker for the first down.
Yeah, momentum moving in the Hokies' favor a little bit here, Ryan. I think that Hendon Hooker really just kind of bailed himself out of a bad hold right there, or a bad too long of holding the ball right there. You saw him pump fake once, look to run, and then just took off to get the big gain right there. But the Hokies needed that for sure.
Yeah, they did. And now they're down in Pittsburgh territory, 14:30 in a running clock. Hooker has Holston to his right, 2 receivers to his right. He puts Tavion Robinson in motion. The fake to Holston. Hooker looks deep, and Hooker's going to be taken down in the backfield. Cam Bright with the sack, putting the Hokies back in their own territory at their own 41-yard line. Just absolutely blazing pressure there by Cam Bright.
Yeah, and I think it was the same thing that I just mentioned before, just a little bit of too long of holding the ball. I mean, Pittsburgh brought the pressure right there, but Hendon Hooker's at a point in this ball game where you just got to let it loose, and you got to try to find your guys downfield.
Now the Hokies have 2nd and 22. Hooker has Holston to his left, puts Holston in motion, looks right for the screen. He takes off. Hooker takes off, and he's going to be he makes a man miss across the 50, and he's going to be taken down at the 49-yard line. Good run there by Hendon Hooker, slipping away from a couple tackles, and now it's going to be third down and a bit shorter than it was.
Yeah, it's third down and manageable, but the Hokies have not been very good on third down today, so I don't know if that'll continue here or not.
3rd and 13 for the Hokies. Hooker puts Holston in motion to his right, and that's going to be a flag, it looks like, on the Panthers probably. Looks like a bit of a neutral zone infraction. So the Hokies getting a few free yards from the Panthers here, it looks like.
Yeah, it looked
like number 8 jumped off sides.
Yeah, it sure was. The Hokies really really needed that on third down. A little bit of help to pick up a first down.
Yeah, the redshirt freshman Kalijah Cansey jumps off sides there. Bit anxious against center Brock Hoffman. Brock not really happy with getting bowled over there. But offsides on the Panthers, making this a bit more manageable here for the Hokies. 13-11 and a running clock. The Hokies will actually have 1st and 10 as that is automatic first down. Holston to Hooker's left. He puts Holston in motion once again. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hooker takes off again. Hooker across the 40, across the 30, and down at the 28-yard line. Another great run there by Hendon Hooker as he's driving the Hokies right down the field.
Yeah, it looks like it's Hendon's looking for his first option, and then he takes that and then looks, and then it's just tuck and go. It's go pick up some yards.
Yeah, that's what the game plan's got to be right now for the Hokies. Just pick up some yards. 12:41 on the running clock. Hooker hands it to Herbert. Herbert across the 25, and he will be taken down right at about the 23-yard line. Actually, the ball is out now. The ball is out and is picked up by Marquez Williams, but it looks like there's going to be forward progress there as Herbert kept his legs churning and just lost the football there. Looks like they're going to blow that play dead, and it's going to be 2nd down and 5 for the Hokies as Herbert picked up 5 on that play, a bit loose with the football.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been an absolute nightmare situation for the Hokies right there, but it would have told the tale of how their offense has been working all day.
Hooker takes a snap now, hand to Herbert, and Herbert's going to go nowhere. A big play, Kalijah Cansey, Rashad Weaver, and number 30, and on the stop, number 30, Brandon George out of Burnville, Pennsylvania, makes the play there along with 2 other Panthers. 3rd and 4 now, only a gain of 1 for Khalil Herbert, and this is 4-down territory for the Hokies.
Yeah, Rashad Weaver was really very integral in stopping that right there for the Pitt's front 7, so look for him to try to get back into the backfield again right here.
Herbert to Hooker's left, 1 receiver to his right, 3 to his left. Hooker takes a snap. He takes a draw play, and that's going to looks like it's going to get stuffed up, but Hooker's going to make a bit of a play, make something out of nothing, a bit of a questionable play call on 3rd and 4, especially with the position the Hokies are in, and that's going to be about 4th and 3. I think this is no-brainer. I think the Hokies have to go for this one.
Yeah, it's no-brainer. You got to try to get as many points up on the game, up on the board as you can as you try to finish this game. And I said it right there. Hooker tried to get on the outside, and Rashad Weaver just was having none of it.
Hooker in the shotgun now on 4th and 4. He's got Herbert to his left, 2 receivers tight end to his left too, and he takes a snap, looks deep, has nothing there, takes off, and he's going to be stopped once again. Damar Hamlin making another play for the Panthers, stopping Hendon Hooker short, and that's going to be yet another turnover on downs on a drive that looked pretty promising for the Hokies.
And Ryan, Damar Hamlin has had a great game. He's been all over the field for this Pitt defense. He's been making open field tackles left and right. He's been making stops inside. I mean, that was a great open field tackle right there. Him and Hendon Hooker were about 10 yards apart when Hooker took off to try to get that first down, and he really just closed that gap so quickly and made a great open field tackle on 4th down.
Talk about filling in for Paris Ford. Damar Hamlin has done that and more. 11 total tackles on the day. The Panthers take over once again, deep in their own territory. Nonetheless, they're up 40-14 in this game from Heinz Field. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for 3304 Sports. I'm Ryan Wilkes alongside Drew Roberson, and we'll be right back from Heinz Field. Welcome back here to Heinz Field. 10:59 remaining in this 4th quarter. The Hokies once again stuffed on 4th down. Damar Hamlin with the big play. The Panthers take over on their own 20, up 40-14. Kenny Pickett under center, takes a snap, hands it to Jock Louis. Jock Louis around the corner. He will have nothing there. Shamari Connor with the big play. A loss of about 4 on the play. Good play there by the Hokies Rover.
Yeah, it really was a good play by the Hokies Rover. But if you're the Hokies, you wish you would have had that energy and attacking of the ball a lot earlier in this game, so you weren't facing this deficit right now.
2nd and 14 for the Panthers. 10:34 and a running clock. They lead this game 40-14. Pickett having his way with this Hokies defense, looks to continue most of the same. This drive, 34 for 50 for 390 yards and 2 touchdowns. Pickett's under center again. Davis in the backfield. The handoff to Davis, nothing doing there. Only about a yard there on the play. The Hokies buckling down a bit here on defense, but again, might be too little too late as there's only about 10 minutes remaining in this ball game. The Hokies are down multiple scores. Third down now for the Panthers. They take their time as they should. 3rd and 13 coming up. Kenny Pickett once again just having an absolute day with this Hokies defense. He is now in the shotgun. Taysier Mack and DJ Turner out to his right. Jock Louis and Davis out to his left. Pickett looks right, has Turner. Turner across the 20, across the 25, across the 30, and he just carries this Virginia Tech defense for about 20 yards there, maybe about 18 on the play, but he will have the first down. Just firepower and just more grit from DJ Turner.
Yeah, another great day for DJ Turner. His 15th reception on the afternoon, really just filling the shoes of Jordan Addison. And look at the blocking right here. Mack on the outside, sealing off Chapman right there, and that really opened up the hole for Turner to pick up the first down. Clock continues to tick down.
Yeah, just a great play. Just a little tunnel screen, maybe just intended to get a few yards. Turner picks up 18, and the Panthers are in business on their own 33. Pickett in the shotgun with A.J. Davis to his left. He will hand to Davis, and Justice Reed gets in there and makes a play for a loss of about 1. 2nd and 11 coming up for the Panthers. Good play there by the transfer out of Youngstown State. Started his career at Florida, plagued by some injuries. Goes to Youngstown State for 3 years and ends up at Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Justice Reed just made his second tackle of the drive right there. That one for a loss, really stepping up. And one thing that's been kind of out of this game is there's been no pressure on Kenny Pickett. There's been no pressure from that defensive front of the Hokies right now. So maybe they're really missing Emmanuel Belmar. I'm not sure, but they're really struggling to get any pressure going.
Kenny Pickett in the shotgun again, runs the same play that picked up 18 2 plays before to DJ Turner, but on the left side, and that's going to fall incomplete. 3rd and 11 coming up, 8:23 remaining. Clock is now stopped due to the incomplete pass. DJ Turner and Kenny Pickett have had their way today once again. 15 receptions, 184 yards for Turner. 1 touchdown, the big 65-yard bomb we saw earlier in the 3rd quarter. Pickett to Turner. Turner having his way, taking over for Jordan Addison, who is out again. Not exactly sure why, but he's been out today, and Turner has filled the shoes. Pickett in the shotgun now. A.J. Davis to his right. The delayed handoff. Davis will take it up the middle, and he will be stuffed up at the 38-yard line. He keeps his legs turning, but it looks like forward progress is being called. But just the fight of this Pitt team, they're not going to go down easy.
Yeah, Ryan, they're up 3 scores right now, and they're just not quitting. They just won't do it. I mean, fourth down, but they're trying to pick it up in any way that they can. And there's just no quit in this Pittsburgh defense or Pittsburgh offense, Pittsburgh defense, Pittsburgh team in general. They're just not going to quit, even though the lead is what it is.
8 minutes in the running clock, down to about 7:45. Pittsburgh's definitely going to take their time, take this clock down before the punt by Chris Tadulu. He's going to take it down right to the bare minimum of that the clock. And then he will punt it away. And that's going to fall down right, and it looked like it might have hit a Tech player, but it did not. Phil Campbell picks it up, and there's going to be a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is here. The Hokies have it pending the flag. Let's see exactly what the call might be. Just as we've been talking about today, Pittsburgh's just shown more fight and more grit. And Kenny Pickett, having his way with the Tech defense, and Tech just not responding very well, getting stuffed on 4th down, and they've gotten the ball in the end zone twice, even with how good Hendon Hooker's looked.
Yeah.
I mean, 13 for 22, 260 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's had a good day, just as Hokies offense has not been able to hit the end zone.
Yeah, Ryan. The flag that actually just happened on the field, it was actually called an illegal formation on the Virginia Tech team. On the special teams team. So I think that might have given Pittsburgh a first down here, or at least another attempt at the punt. We'll see what they say after this. And there it is, Kenny Pickett coming right back onto the field. Just Virginia Tech just making absolute mistakes left and right in every category of this game. Turnovers, penalties, play calling, whatever it is, there's just mistakes all across the board.
And now Pickett under center, hands it to A.J. Davis in the back A.J. Davis has some space across the 40, across the 35, across the 30, and down to the 25-yard line. Davis just had a hole there. He hit it, and he made it happen down to the Virginia Tech 25-yard line.
Yeah, well, they came to the weak side here. They were set up strong, had a tight end on the left side of the offensive line here. The whole defense is just a good counter, a good read, and Davis finds the hole on the right side. Only has one man to beat in Chapman, and who wraps him up and finally brings him down.
Now Pittsburgh down the Virginia Tech 25-yard line, again threatening. Again, these penalties that they've had have been avoidable. Pitt has 135 rush yards on the day. Pickett now in the shotgun coming under center, sending the two tight ends to his left. Shockey Jacques-Louis in motion, handing it off to Davis again. Davis takes to the left side, back to the right. Robert Wooten in on the stop for the Hokies, a gain of about 5. Him and Ashby came in, converging on Davis, but Davis with another 5-yard gain down to the Virginia Tech 20. Now we have about 6:30 remaining with a running clock. 2nd down and 5 for the Panthers.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's just going to continue to run the football here, take as much time off of that game clock as they can. Got a big lead right here. Virginia Tech has put in some substitutions here into the game for the Hokies, really just taking out some players. Maybe that has to do a little bit with effort here, Ryan, towards the end, showing some players some effort. Who knows what the reasoning behind it is, but Pittsburgh taking over 2nd and 5 right here.
Pickett under center again, handing to Davis to the right side, and he is stocked up by, looks like Devin Taylor and Nyquil Hawkins, number 20 in on the stop. Just another substitution, as you mentioned. 3rd and 4 now for the Panthers as that clock continues to roll. The Hokies looking to get a stop here, maybe give their offense the ball back. Looks like they are in field goal range again. Alex Kessman may be looking for another one to go 5 for 5. We shall see. But it's 3rd and 4, 5:32, and a rolling clock. The Hokies down 40-14 against this Pittsburgh Panther team. Panthers have dominated today on senior night from Heinz Field. Pickett taking the clock down to about 5:15. He's in the shotgun, Davis in the backfield with him. Davis takes the ball up the middle, and he is stopped by Ashby. It's going to be about 4th and 3, 5:07 and a running clock. 4th down for the Panthers. Looks like they're probably going to bring out the field goal team here, but who knows?
I don't see the offense coming off the field here, Ryan. I think they might run it down all the way and then burn one of their timeouts, but it looks like they're sending Kenny Pickett right back out onto the field, try to burn as much clock off of this game as they can. Interesting move by Pat Narduzzi right here.
Interesting to say the least, keeping the offense on the field, but what you said does make sense. They might be trying to draw them off sides and get Tech to burn one of their timeouts, but nonetheless, Pickett is in the shotgun. Davis behind him, 2 receivers to his left. They take the snap. Pickett rolls out. The throw to the tight end. Number 41 brings it down to the 5-yard line. Great play there. Great play design. Number 41 has the reception for the Panthers. That's going to be a 1st down. Big pickup on 4th and 3.
Yeah, that's Jake Zelinkas right there, the tight end, redshirt senior, coming in and making a catch and a good play to get the 1st down right there for Pittsburgh. And I mean, it just shows you. It just shows you this game and how it's been all day long. All Pittsburgh.
Big play on senior night for Zelinkas. He gives the fingers for the 1st down. 1st and goal for the Panthers from the 5-yard line. Just under 4 minutes to go. Kenny Pickett now over 400 yards passing. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Jacques-Louis in motion. The handoff to Davis in the backfield, and there's probably going to be a false start here. That is what the referee is signaling, killing a bit of the momentum for the Panthers, but they're just going to move back 5 yards to the 10. Still 1st and goal for the Panthers here as they look to punch it in the end zone one more time. Looks like that false start's going to be on DJ Turner. Not really taken away from the day DJ's had. What a day from DJ Turner. Again, 15 receptions for 184 yards and a touchdown, filling that void. Also, Jalen Barden, the true freshman, taking over and really coming in and having a good day. 5 receptions for 65 yards and a touchdown. Just some unforeseen circumstances causing 2 receivers that usually don't have the numbers that they've had today really step up, as Pickett is again in the shotgun. Zelinkas to his left, 2 receivers to his left as well. The handoff is going to go to Davis. Davis taking out the middle. Davis has a hole. Davis down to the 2-yard line. Good run by A.J. Davis right there. Down to the 2-yard line of the Hokies. Now it's going to be 2nd and goal for the Panthers again. Another hole created by the offensive line.
Yeah, Ryan, that offensive line is just pushing Virginia Tech off the ball right now and just running the ball, running the clock. A.J. Davis has gotten so many carries on this drive, and you look at the play calling before this drive, I mean, you're going to get close to half of the runs that they've been doing all game long. You might have doubled your run total just from this drive right here.
Yeah, Whipple wants to give the senior A.J. Davis the ball, and he's getting the ball down in the red zone. Zelinkus to Pickett's right. He is under center. Davis in the backfield. Now the handoff's going to go to Davis once again. Davis up the middle, and he is in. A.J. Davis, the senior from Lakeland, Florida, will have the touchdown for the Pittsburgh Panthers. 46-14 with 2:39 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, a little icing on top of the cake for A.J. Davis's senior night performance right here. Kenny Pickett gets him a nice little tap on the helmet. Pat Narduzzi meets him out there, gives him a nice congratulations on that one. Great. You got to be happy for a kid like that as his team gives him some high fives on the sideline.
Now Kessman comes on for his extra point here, as the Panthers look to go up 47-14. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is through. 47-14, the Panthers lead. 2:39 remaining in this fourth quarter. Absolute domination from the Panthers here at Heinz Field on senior night. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be right back with the last 2 minutes and 39 seconds of action. We are back here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Panthers just took a 47-14 lead over the Hokies. As you see Pickett and Davis celebrating that touchdown, they are having quite the day here from Heinz Field. They're having fun. They're loving life here from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Now the Panthers get ready to kick off after a 13-play, 80-yard drive that accumulated 8 minutes and 20 seconds off that clock. Any hope of the Hokies coming back in this game has been completely and utterly demolished, to say the least.
Yeah, Ryan. It really has, and it's been because of Pitt's ability to just have these demoralizing drives on offense.
Now Kessman ready to kick the ball away. He will boot it away to Herbert at about the goal line. Herbert will take it out. Herbert across the 10, across the 15, across the 20, and, that is Raheem Blackshear on the return. He will get to about the 24-yard line with 2:32 remaining. The Hokies take over on offense, looking to maybe get a touchdown that gives them a bit of a moral victory, but there is really no such thing. Welcome back to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh as we continue the action here. The Hokies behind the Pittsburgh Panthers 47-14. Kenny Pickett having a day on senior night, 35 of 52, 404 yards, 2 touchdowns, only 1 interception, adding another touchdown on the ground. Just a great day as Hendon Hooker takes a snap, throws left to Raheem Blackshear. Raheem Blackshear makes a man miss and is across the 25-yard line to about the 29 as the clock continues to roll. Hooker to Blackshear there. Good connection for about 9 yards, but the Hokies are going to fall to 4-5 on the season, and the real question is really what's next for this Tech team as Pitt is going to improve to 4-4 in the ACC and 5-4 on the season. So who knows what's next for the Hokies, but it looks like Quincy Patterson is in now. He takes it up the middle, across the 35, down at about the 39-yard line. Good run there by Quincy Patterson, but the Hokies again are going to lose this one as the clock rolls below a minute and 50 seconds. Patterson gets the call and gets in the shotgun. He gets ready to take the snap. Minute 43 in a rolling clock. Holston to his left, 1 receiver to his right, 2 to his left. Takes the snap, hands out to Holston. Holston across the 45, down at about the 47-yard line. Jalen Holston on the carry, as now the Hokies have all their subs in, and they are probably just going to run this one out. Drew Not a great game for the Hokies, but the Panthers really dominated in every aspect of this game.
Yeah, tough day to be a Virginia Tech Hokie. Tough day to be a Virginia Tech fan. Tough all across the board. But, I mean, you got to just give it up to Pittsburgh, man. Pittsburgh came in and played a great game of football, and it started at the beginning and went all the way to the end.
Patterson takes a snap and a screen to Blackshear. Blackshear takes it across the 50 to the 47-yard line as the clock ticks under a minute. Blackshear with his second reception of this drive. The Hokies are in plus territory in Pittsburgh's territory now. 52 seconds and a rolling clock as the Hokies come back to the line ready to take the play. There's going to be an injury timeout as there's a Panther down on the field. That's going to be number 27 for the Panthers down. As they're not going to go to break, he's just going to walk off on his own power. Looks like he is okay. As the Panthers, Kenny Pickett's all smiles on the sideline. Actually, they are going to go to a quick break as they tend to the injured Pittsburgh Panther. We will be right back for the last minute of action here. The Pittsburgh Panthers lead the Virginia Tech Hokies 47-14, and you're with 3304 Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The injured Panther on that play is number 27, Buddy Mack, as he walks off on his own power. Quincy Patterson takes a snap, looks up the middle, nothing there, and he is absolutely swallowed up by the Pittsburgh defense right there. That's going to be a big stop there for the Panthers as the clock ticks down below 30 seconds remaining. Just not a great day for the Hokies, as on the stop was Habakkuk Baldonado. Now 24 seconds rolling, 2nd and 10 for the Hokies. They might just run this one out. 47-14, the Pittsburgh Panthers up on the Virginia Tech Hokies. Quincy Patterson's going to take one more step, hand it to Jalen Holston. Holston up the middle, across the 40, down to about the 35-yard line. As the clock ticks down below 5 seconds, it's going to be a first down for the Hokies, but that is going to do it from Heinz Field. A dominant day by Kenny Pickett and the Pittsburgh offense, and a very supplemental performance by the defense as they hold the Virginia Tech Hokies to 14 points, and the offense tallies 47. That's going to do it on senior night from Heinz Field. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with some post-game thoughts. Hang around with 3304 Sports coverage of this matchup between the Hokies and the Panthers. Welcome back to the coverage of this Virginia Tech and Pittsburgh matchup. I am Ryan Wilkes alongside my partner, Drew Roberson. And Drew, the big story today is Kenny Pickett's big day, and not only that, but his connection with wide receiver DJ Turner.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett, have a day, my friend. We said it in the broadcast, 35 of 52, 2 touchdowns through the air, and that's just, I mean, it was just so much. 404 yards through the air for Kenny Pickett, and a running touchdown as well for the quarterback. He really just controlled this game from start to finish, putting Pittsburgh on the board, putting Pittsburgh in spots to absolutely just get on the board with ease is what it felt like all game long. There was no pressure that he felt, and he's got to give a big round of applause to his guys on the offensive front and thank those guys. Maybe take him out to dinner, buy him some steaks or something, because he really didn't feel any pressure all day today. So great job by Kenny Pickett, and he really connected with DJ Turner today with no Jordan Addison. I mean, you got to find somebody to step in and fill in those shoes and fill in those catches, and that's what Turner did. 15 catches, 184 yards, and a touchdown. He had 12.3 yards per catch. I mean, it seemed like every time the ball went to DJ Turner, it was a first down for Pittsburgh. So they both just really connected. The running game was just not really a big part of Pittsburgh's offense today. It was down the stretch while they started running the clock, so that's why the stats looked that way. But it was all Kenny Pickett and DJ Turner today.
And not only the offense, but the defense with a very supplementary performance, holding the Virginia Tech Hokies to 14 points. And leading the way for the Pittsburgh defense was Damar Hamlin, the quarterback of that defense, especially with the loss of Paris Ford.
Yeah, Hamlin had a great game. I think the defensive front did well Also, I think that the defensive front was there all day, but they had help from the defensive backfield, like Hamlin, getting those stops on 3rd and 4th down, putting the Hokies in a really tough spot all game long. Now, let's look into the summary a little bit more. Let's look at first downs. Pittsburgh had 30 to 17 to Virginia Tech. So let's look at how many yards each team ended up getting. They had 556 yards. That's Pittsburgh to 434 for Virginia Tech. I mean, Pittsburgh ran 84 plays. Virginia Tech ran 63. Pittsburgh had control of this game. They had the football for longer, and they did more with the football. And if the score doesn't show you that, all the rest of the stats will show you as well.
Yeah, and the two stories we touched on, the defense playing really well and the Hokies just not getting in the end zone, and obviously Kenny Pickett and DJ Turner. But what is next for these two teams? The Hokies fall to 4-5 in the ACC, 4-4 in conference play. The Panthers go to 5-4, 4-4 in conference play as well. But what's coming up for these two teams?
Well, both teams have 2 games left on the schedule. One of those games for both of them is Clemson. That's going to be a tough game here. And if you're Virginia Tech and you just played like that against Pittsburgh, I don't want to know what it's going to be like against a team like Clemson that is so talented and so gifted all across the board. But on the flip side of that, if you're Pittsburgh going to play Clemson down the stretch, maybe get a little bit momentum, maybe play a little spoiler for Clemson down the stretch of the end of this season right here. So you build on wins like this if you're Pittsburgh, and if you're Virginia Tech, I mean, you're at a spot where you're just trying to figure out what you are as a team and where to go from here. So I'm not sure that I have the answer to that, Ryan, and I'm not sure there's a lot of people in Blacksburg or anywhere in the world that have the answer to that question.
A bit of a puzzling performance on the end of Virginia Tech, but a very triumphant one for the Panthers, and that's going to conclude our coverage from Heinz Field. Again, the Panthers take this one 47-14 over the Virginia Tech Hokies, improving to 5-4 and 4-4 in the ACC on the season. The Hokies fall to 4-5 and 4-4 on the season as they look forward to their matchup against the Clemson Tigers on December 5th. You know, it's going to be something for the Hokies, but you know, who knows what might come their way. But that's going to conclude our coverage of this game from Heinz Field. Once again, I am Ryan Wilkes alongside my partner Drew Roberson. Have a good night, guys.